We are live! We are live!
Let's
Let's
go.
go! Welcome to a late night bonfire. We got a lot of cool and awesome special co-hosts. We got Junior in the house.
Step guy.
Yeah.
We got Mr. Scary Dre.
What's up, everybody?
And we got the one and only Villain Online.
Oh.
So we were gonna have Jen, but things didn't work out. Hopefully, we could have her on, in the near future. So the whole purpose of today is to talk about one thing, and there's one thing only we're gonna talk about: Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood. But before we say anything, before anybody says anything, we got to start off proper with the ceremony, dog. Let's go. So, how do you guys feel about the ceremony, man? I feel like for the most part, it's been a whole lot of positive. That's what I've heard. What do you guys think?
Um, to me, it's like one of the best opening ceremonies since, I don't know, maybe 2018 or 2019. So
All
it's one of my favorites. Because, I love clowns. I haven't seen clowns since 2012. So I'm happy that it's back.
Yeah. What do you think, Andre? How'd the ceremony hit you?
I believe that this was one of the better ones that I've seen so far. I mean, just the amount of energy that the actors, they had so much strength. They gave it their all, and like Junior said, we haven't really seen like a good clowns like opening ceremony since 2012, which was like the last time that we had him at the event. So bringing the clowns back was definitely like the icing on the cake, and because we all know that with Terrifier being there, and obviously everything's clowns themed this year, so I loved it 100%.
What about you, Hector? How's the
Yeah, I
ceremony?
have to agree. I have to agree. I mean, you can't go wrong with clowns. Like dropping clowns is just like a universal like horror language. Like just having clowns there is just like, oh, it's already spooky as it is. However, something that I do notice, I feel like they don't go like way back where that backdrop, where that their photo op where the clowns is at. I feel like they don't go past that anymore versus other like ceremonies. They used to go way back there,
You're
but I
saying
feel like
DreamWorks Theater?
Yeah, no, the opposite way, like towards the entrance, like past the restaurant.
Oh, you're saying like
Yeah,
towards the Wicked store.
and the other ceremonies they used to go way back there, but now I feel like they just try to keep it in that general area. I don't know why, but other than that, the ceremony is really cool. That's just something that I would like to see them over there by their photo op. That would be really cool. See them by their, the
Oh,
clown.
I see what you're saying. The clown, the chainsaw clown photo op.
Yeah. I feel
Uh,
like they don't there.
I forgot
You know,
about the photo op. Uh,
yeah, that photo op is kind of a little forgotten. I always see it kind of empty now because you just walk in, you pass it, and you kind of forget about it to the way out. But other than that, I mean, the clowns, it goes hard. It goes hard. That fire tower, it goes hard too. I really like it
that's what I
compared
was
to
gonna
other
get to
years.
next. I want to talk about the
Compared to
fire.
other years,
All right.
I like it better than the storage cabinets, in my opinion.
What do you guys think about the lighting, the fire tower? Because this is all new. We've never had anything like that.
Yeah, the light is really awesome. I love it. I love how they did all that. It's really awesome, and I hope
What,
they bring that back next year.
what about you, Andre? How do you feel about like the fire towers themselves?
I really do love this setup a lot. I think compared to the usual shipping containers that we get every year for the fire towers, I like that they went the Orlando route because this is how Orlando has their setup. Even though they don't have the fire towers there, but they just have like the lights that just say Halloween Horror Nights on it. But I'm really digging this setup, and I really do hope that they can continue doing it like this from here on out for future ceremonies.
Yeah, I hope this is just a new setup for like the next 10 years. we don't we don't need anything more than that. It's literally perfect. A fire tower with lighting and I feel like the speaker system too hit harder. I don't know, man. I just everything got upgraded. I feel like audio, more fire towers, lighting. I feel. Do you feel like you have more space at the fire towers this year?
Oh, 100%
Yeah,
without a doubt. Because, the shipping
yeah,
containers were always in the way. And I like the fact that
Yeah,
you can cut in between the middle of the fire towers so you have more walkway room versus in the past,
yeah.
like you had to go around them. And, sometimes when people weren't even paying attention, they would just bump right into them. So,
Yeah, it allows more
yeah,
leeway
more
for people
movement,
to walk through. Yeah.
and more visual too. It looks nicer. You could just see
yeah.
more, and then just having everything blocked out.
And these fire towers are decorated like on the other side. You know what I mean? They got clown.
Yeah, that's something about the ceremony. I mean, I remember we were lucky enough to go preview night, and then the ceremony went both ways. Like people ran backwards, and now they only run forward,
Yeah,
which is like I feel like that was meant that this like fire tower setup it was meant to be that way because it has the front is technically both sides. They have monsters on the back and the front, but I think they just decided to go back to the other route where let's just go forward. So
yeah. Um, for the opening ceremony, I just gotta ask this question: do you feel like it's too long or it's perfect? I'm just curious what you guys think because this is a
No, no,
long ceremony. We don't have ceremonies last 5 minutes, you know.
it kind of felt like 5 minutes. Like, damn, does that have to be that long though? Can it just be like a minute?
Yeah. How do you feel
Yeah,
about it,
I'm
Andre?
okay with that. I mean, I'm okay
If,
with
if
that,
this
but
one, this opening ceremony was a little bit more longer than the ones we've had in the past. I think it's because of because that specific track that they played from Terrifier right there is a bit of it's really long. So I know that they cut it down a little bit just to minimize the timing of for the performers. But it was a little bit more longer in the past. I'm sorry, it was a little bit more longer this year compared to the previous years. I mean, I love it, but I just hope that they don't go longer than 5 minutes for the future ones to come. So, because I'm like, that's going to take forever.
What about you, Hector? Is 5 minutes too long or it's perfect?
well, the thing is that I like it. I think it's perfect just because like from the time where Art the Clown comes out with his bike to when the fire goes off, it's like about 2 minutes and 42 seconds. So it's enough time to just walk through. Like you don't need to stay there the 5 minutes. You
Yeah,
get the whole experience within 3 minutes.
yeah.
So I think it's perfect. And if you just want to chill and look at the fire, like you just stay. And the fire goes longer, so better for me.
I look at it like this. I love that it's long because I always feel when the ceremony happens, all the clowns are like more active. They're more energetic while the song's happening. The Ice Nine kills. So it being 5 minutes, like you're getting 5 minutes of all the monsters just going hard. So I think it's perfect. The first time I saw it, I was like, "Damn, this thing is long as hell." But I think of it as like they're just holding people for a long time. But the crowds keep going through, so it's been
that's what I'm saying. At 3 minutes, the crowds start moving through. So it's
yeah,
not
Even
bad.
the music is long too. Music. It feels like
yeah.
another
Yeah.
2 more minutes.
I have to say though, the music's really good. I like
I
it, man.
like
It gets you
Yeah.
the
pumped.
is it Ice Nine Kills? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the name of the
dude.
band.
That's something that I like about HHN, like over Knots. Like the music just gets you the energy, it gets you the hype. Knots is very like just spooky and like low toned, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a question. Can you stay in the park as a pass holder for HHN early admission? I got 3 pros that have done it all right here. What-
Yes, you can. You just can't do the
Yeah.
early entry method unless you have the ticket for
Yeah,
the early access. But you
yeah
can
the
stay. Yes.
yeah the best thing you could do is ride the Terror Tram. They open that line at 6:15. If you don't have early entry, but you're already in the park, 6:15, the Terror Tram.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you're a pass holder. You can't do none of the early entry stuff because you don't have the right wristband. But the one thing that will open the earliest is Terror Tram, uh, or you could just
Fallout.
yeah, you could kind of roam around Fallout, like which is like 6:30, I think for the most part. Uh, let me see. Let me see. We got Edwin Villain. Quick question, bro. You think I could shoot most mazes with a 50?
Hey, if you stop, you need that little bit of distance, but you could. I mean,
What
hey,
is
magic
the
through a
right
lens, you
lens?
know.
What's the right lens to take when you're shooting inside the houses, like with photos?
I mean, I'm. It's really been the first weekend. I'm still experimenting, you know. But for me, I think the 35 millimeter has been good, just because I could get close enough and or far enough, depending on the situation.
Yeah,
But I mean, the 50 is good. The 50 is good. It's just you have to get that distance. There's gonna be people in front of you because of the conga lines or whatever.
yeah.
So that's the only thing you got to worry about the 50. But the 51.2, it still goes hard.
All right, man. We're gonna get into the houses. We're going. All
Oh.
spoilers. Y'all have been warned. Got a warning right in front of you. Some possible profanity, high intensity flashing lights, disturbing imagery. Warning. You have been warned. Recommend supervision if underage. We're talking Horror Nights. I want to get into the first one because I feel like this one was one of the more hype. The hype was there. Everybody's talking about it. Art the Clown, Terrifier. It's
I'm
coming
still
to
talking
Horror
about it.
Nights. uh, did this maze hit the mark for you guys? How did you guys walk away? Like, you guys have done it probably multiple times now. So, like, what are your overall thoughts of this maze? Did it deliver? Did it feel like Art the Clown like came to life in a proper form? You know, because Art the Clown's pretty extreme. I'll let Andre go first.
Yeah, Terrifier really delivered on all levels, just like John Murdy had mentioned as he was discussing it at the panel earlier this year. I know that the water effects, like, it wasn't like compared to Orlando's, because I know people who have gone to the Orlando walkthrough, they said that, there is two paths that you can choose. You can go down the dry path or the wet path. And, we had to go down that one path. But for me personally, I loved the house. I thought it was fantastic, and I know that this is like a fan's dream come true because John Murray had been saying that the fans have been wanting this house for so long, and they finally got it this year. So, and, this is more like one of the more popular houses that everybody's going to want to go through this year, and it's just going to keep getting better from here on out. And I hope, we got weekend 2 coming up this week. So, hopefully maybe the actors will go even harder than weekend 1. So, but overall, I mean, Terrifier is a huge success at this year's event.
Hell yeah! What about you, Junior? How's Terrifier hit you, man?
Hmm. Dude, I love this house so much. It's like a 10 out of 10 for me. Even though I got so dressed bad, really bad on opening night, man. But I loved it. It's one of the nastiest house in Egyptian history that I've ever
Mm-hmm.
experienced. And I hope it comes back again like next year or maybe like 2 years or something. But I love it, man. It's one of the best houses here.
All right, all right. What about you, Hector? How has Terrifier hit you?
Dude, I love it. This is one of my favorite houses, honestly. I thought FNAF was gonna be my favorite one, but Terrifier took over FNAF. And the cool thing about Terrifier, I feel like the house is long, but in a good way. Like you just go into like a scene to another scene to another scene. I'm like, man, the last time I went on, I'm like, wow, this house is kind of long, but like there's no like black walls long. It's like you go into a different scene and a different like kill, which is like pretty cool. This is one of my favorite houses. It's long in a good way.
Yeah, for me, Terrifier, it did exactly what I would have wanted. Like Art the Clown to be represented. Obviously, this brutal killer, over the top gore and ridiculousness. I do appreciate all the different like scenes that you go through. Nothing ever feels the
Yeah.
same. And to me, it lived up to the hype, and the lines prove that as well because it's been like 2 hours always. This thing's ridiculous. Uh, I'm just so happy that Terrifier has come to life at Halloween Horror Nights. John Murdy and the team, they did an incredible job in this maze. What'd you guys think about the chicken exit?
Uh, I thought it was gonna be something else. Like, what is this gonna be
I
about? Like a
honestly thought
city
we were gonna get
exit?
more soaked. That's if I had to say something disappointing about this house, I wanted to get wet.
You want more
You know,
wet?
Yeah.
I
the,
know,
the,
man.
the only person I seen wet coming out of the house is Junior. I don't know why. It's just water follows
Yeah,
Junior
you
Hey,
get
everywhere,
wet
but
water
I
before
always
follows
come
you
out
get wet,
dry out of
man.
that.
Water follows Junior everywhere, no matter
Follows
what.
me everywhere.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was expecting from this house. Like, I wanted it to be like the Orlando walkthrough, where like you got the water dripping from the ceiling, because that would have been like perfect, like a really good effect. But Hollywood and Orlando, they work differently with their own creative teams, so it's like they don't want like people experiencing like the same thing, like what you see in Orlando and what you see in Hollywood. So that was the only downside about this house. But overall, I mean, just everything else was just perfect. I really loved it.
Do you? I know we know the obvious answer here, but I just want to ask. I just want to ask. Um, was Art the Clown a good fit for Horror Nights? Because this is the first time this property's come. You know what I mean? How do you feel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I just think they nailed it, having Art the Clown in every single corner of the park. Like you just
yeah, they
get
did an
art
incredible job.
everywhere. I think that's cool. It just keeps you, especially on that long walkway to the Terrifier house. Is like I kind of sometimes forget how long that walk is just because I see Art the Clown. Like, oh, there's Art. And I'm forgetting I'm walking that long walk. Versus other years, you're just like, oh, this long walk and there's nothing to see. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I think having Art, two arts there.
And they
Two
put
arts
two
there.
arts. One
Yeah,
by
yeah, they have
Harry
one like
Potter,
towards the end and the beginning. Yeah,
and then one more towards the hillside, like walking down.
yeah. I think that's beautiful. I like that because I said it feels my walk feels shorter.
Yeah. What about you, Andre? How do you feel about Terrifier coming to Horror Nights finally?
I think it's something new and different for the event because we have been struggling with trying to get some new of things like IPs just to come to the event. And Terrifier, I felt like it's just the perfect fit. It's something new and different. A new experiences because I at Horror Nights I'm all about seeing some new and different things every year. And I know that the event has kind of struggled a little bit, so we've been getting like constant repeats from the previous years and some other IPs, but getting a hold of something brand new as fresh as Terrifier it's new and refreshing, so you're not having to like re-experience the same thing over and over again. And I really do hope that we can get like something similar like this in the future if we have some more like independent horror films that are going to be coming out in the near future, so that way they can get featured at Horror Nights, because this is obviously Universal's biggest moneymaker ever. Like, I feel like they're going to make a huge profit off of this property alone.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Uh, what about you, Junior? How do you feel about Terrifier finally making its way to Horror Nights? Did it work out?
no, it worked out perfectly, man. One scene, Art the Clown everywhere, all over the park, Lorela, the hill, the plaza, everything's perfect. It's really perfect fit for Horror Nights. So, like I said, I hope it comes back next year for based on the part four. I hope.
Yeah.
But I love it, man. I love Terrifier so much. I'm a big fan.
What about the roaming art? The roaming art, the clown. Do you guys think it's working out?
Yeah,
Like,
it's working
happy
out.
about it? Have you
Yeah.
interacted with him?
Yeah,
This is
it's working
getting
out. I
from
mean, of
Junior right here.
course.
I just want to ask.
No, yeah, it's working out. Just a lot of people like gathering around art. Like make sure don't touch them or push them, guys. And they don't ask for photos. Don't get in trouble. But yeah, it's working out really good. I like that.
What about you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I love it. I love it. Like I said before, it's when you have like when you're just roaming around, you kind of forget you're doing long walks because you get it's basically entertainment. It's entertainment all around the park, so you kind of forget like you're walking and doing those long walks to the lower lot, to the upper lot, and that kind of stuff. I feel like if there was one missing, it would be one in Simpsons Land before the stairs. But as soon as you're done with all the escalators, you got one right down, right at the
Yeah.
bottom of the escalators. You know, but I get it. You can't put Art the Clown in the Simpsons. You know.
The only thing I do want is Santa art. I want that so badly here in Hollywood. Santa.
I
Dude,
I keep hearing he's not coming. Like the Santa art is not part of the Hollywood.
Yeah,
they
that's
they should do something like towards sorry. They should do something like towards like the ending of the event as we get ready to close out Horror Nights and we get ready for Christmas. I think that would be the perfect opportunity for Universal to say, okay, we're gonna bring out the Santa Claus art just as the closing a way to close out Horror Nights 2025 and transition over into the Christmas season. So they should really think about doing something like that.
If they were dirty, like they got really dirty, the last like weekend of Horror Nights, they should dress Art the Clown just in whatever he's gonna wear in the fourth movie. Just a little teaser. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So like, I know y'all already did Horror Nights, but hey, you want to meet Art the Clown from Terrifier 4? You got to come the last weekend. It's a great way to sell tickets on the last weekend.
Yeah.
I miss the days when we had like a house year round at Universal Studios where Fallout's at. Like that would have been a perfect opportunity to have like a Terrifier, go into the Christmas season, and just like kind of decorate it and change it a little bit. That would have been the perfect opportunity too for something like that.
I talked to somebody who's from Florida, and they said that like Florida is very protective with their Art the Clown, uh, for whatever reasons over there. I feel like our Art the Clown, you'll just kind of be walking and boom, he's in your face out of nowhere. You're like,
Yeah.
what? No, because
Yeah.
that has happened to me like 3 or 4 times where I'm like, oh my god, there's an Art the Clown right next to me. Like, what the hell? So it feels very organic.
Yeah, I think going back to it is just we I don't know about Orlando, right? I haven't seen nothing like that, but we have a lot of Art the Clowns roaming around. We have the two in the walkway. We got the one in the front of the park, and then we got the one in the bottom. That's like 4 roaming Art the Clowns on top of the one outside of the facade of the Terrifier house. That's like 5 Art the Clowns with full prosthetic makeup or whatever. Like that's I think that just brings a lot of consistency, and also I feel like the performers that are working with Art the Clown are doing a great job at not getting bombarded, at keeping moving and not being able to create that bombarded effect that other people see. Like they're just doing a great job, and that makes it seem like wow, he just came out of nowhere because they're just on the move. And props to the workers working with Art the Clown because I see them running behind Art the Clown because he's moving so fast.
Sean's saying art is all over Orlando too. Okay, that's just what I.
Yeah. No, but it's awesome that he's all over the place. It's crazy. It's good.
I love it. I love the roaming. If there was to be a property that could have a roaming character like that next year, who would it be? My first instant is Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, of course. Michael Myers.
But if it's not Michael Myers, who could be a roaming character like that? Because Universal sees the success of this. There's no way they don't. Who would be a good fit to be a roaming character next year?
I don't know. Andre, who did we see on Friday night? Michael and Ghostface?
Yeah. That was an interesting one when me and Junior saw that. So
Yeah, who do you guys think would be a good roaming character?
uh,
One that comes off the top of my head, Krampus. Krampus everywhere. Imagine.
Krampus, yeah.
I'm going to say
Hey.
Ghostface.
I got you guys.
Hey, but
You guys.
John ain't gonna do Ghostface. He's not gonna do.
Hey, you guys want to know who I want to see? Here, I'll move out of the way.
Meg.
Hey, she already is everywhere. Yeah, all over the Tram.
No, honestly, in my opinion, I would honestly, this is the time to like get something new in the Tram, and have all the Blumhouse walking around. Have Megan walking around, freaking everybody in the Blumhouse. Like, who is it? Halloween, Jason. Have them all walking around. Different zones. Like they have 4 Art the Clowns have 4 different characters. Have Freddy,
Hey,
Jason, whoever, you know.
Freddy would be a good roaming around
Yeah,
character because he's like funny and crazy and
exactly. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Freddy took over the
like a
park is not
universe, you
me.
know. Have them all out. Have them interchange.
Well, I'm just
Make it
saying,
like
like
Spice
Freddy
World.
would have a house and then roaming Freddy's. That would be
Yeah.
insane.
That's the big test since 2008. Freddy took over the whole park. Oh wait,
We had a roaming Freddy back in the day.
he was
yeah,
statue like the furniture, and then he took over the whole park. Even Terrifier too.
Dang,
Wow. That's
yeah.
crazy.
The theme back then was called "Live Your Worst Nightmare." That was back in
Yeah.
2008.
The
Okay.
strangers were the roaming one too. Strangers.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
I remember. I remember I went in 2010. That was my first year going to Horror Nights, and that, of course, they did the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street at that time. And I remember they actually had the statue of Freddy Krueger over the waterfall, and I thought that was pretty cool too. And then, of course, they had the
mhm.
the, the Freddy Fly Girls, which were the go-go dancers.
Go
Well, I mean, back
dancers.
then,
Yeah.
of course. I miss those
Uh,
girls. Like seriously, they were the ones that got you really hyped up for the
Hey,
event. Just as soon
Florida
as you walk in,
practically has go-go dancers. That
yep.
club thing or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah,
We need that over here.
We
I would
need that. We
like
missed that, man.
a club area at Hollywood. That'd be sick. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. We got a lot of houses to cover. Next up, Five Nights at Freddy's, the most anticipated house, or one of them. How did Five Nights at Freddy hit you guys? Did it meet your expectations? Did you get scared? Did you enjoy the sets, the puppetry work, animatronic, all that good stuff? How do you guys feel about this house? I'll let Hector go. I feel like he's the most passionate about this one.
No, I mean, I bought every single piece of merch. Yeah. I literally spent a lot of money on Five Nights merch. Keep in mind, I have not seen the movie yet or played the game. You can call me a fake fan or whatever, but I
Not
just
fake
got
fan. You're
into the
doing the
hype.
house. You're doing the
Yeah,
house.
yeah, no, I just got into the hype, and honestly, it's good. They did a good job. The animatronics are cool when they work, but when they're actually hitting the triggers. But honestly, I loved it. I loved it. It's not a scary house, or not as scary as it could be. Scarier than I thought, yes, because there's some scares that you're like, oh, damn, that
It's
came out of
way
nowhere.
scarier than I was thinking
Yeah,
it was gonna be.
yeah, it's scarier than I thought, yes, but it's not a scary house. So it's just fun. Honestly, it gives me like childhood nostalgic because at the end of the day, it reminds me of Chuck E. Cheese. Going to Chuck E. Cheese and seeing those scary animatronics. And as a kid, I thought that was always scary. Like I'm like I don't want to be there, but honestly, it was cool. It looks beautiful. It gets very cinematic scenes, and I feel like I'm walking through like a legit movie, like a
Yeah.
legit scary robot
yeah.
broken down Chuck E. Cheese. I'm going backstage through a Chuck E. Cheese house, and I'm going on stage through the restaurant, and it's super cool. It just, I don't know, it gives me very nostalgia. I love it. It's a cool house.
What
Worth
about
the
you,
hype.
Greg?
For me, Five Nights at Freddy's was really good. I seen the movie, and knowing that we were going to be walking through the 2023 version, it was cool to see all the animatronics come to life. Seeing Freddy Fazbear on the stage, and it does bring back a lot of nostalgia because I used to go to friends' birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese, and just seeing all those animatronics on stage. So I think this was like reminiscing of those old days. But for me, the effects were awesome. The smell, of course, of pizza in there just made me want to go get a piece of pizza after that because it smelled so good. And
Same.
dude, it was like it was just so good. And you know what? It's crazy, but I because we have FNAF 2 that's coming out later this year in December,
Yep.
and I keep
Sure.
watching the trailer over and over again. Like I keep freeze framing like every single shot, and I'm thinking, okay, this is definitely going to come for next. This is going to come back next year because I know they have to have it locked in already. And the animatronics that we've seen so far in that one, they look more like nightmarish. They look more scarier looking. So I have a feeling Horror Nights has to have this locked in for next year. So it's got to come back.
Oh, definitely. Junior, what about you, dude? How do you feel about FNAF?
I really liked it. I had a lot of fun walking through it. The scenes, the animatronics are really beautiful, gorgeous. I love about that. Um, to me, it's not scary. It's just fun. But like Hector said, at first that you're in Chuck E. Cheese backstage. You know, and the pizza smell, it they made me want to have pizza right after. You know,
They did a good job. They're sending the
yeah,
heck
they
out of those
did.
little
The
pizzas.
only thing my complaint about pizza, my complaint, is that it went up $1 more, which is
Oh,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was mad. I was legit mad
Like,
because
what
Mandos
the
are like,
hell?
I just bought this a couple hours ago for $1 cheaper. I'm like, wow, midday. They're like, we're
Yeah.
gonna raise the price.
Um, before we get to the pizza, it's a good topic. We got a super chat from Black. It's the homies. Bonfire, Rick. I can't wait to hang out soon, dog. Um, for Five Nights at Freddy's, I feel like what you wanted out of it, it delivered in every way. Every way. The representation of all these characters, the fact that like they're put there to scare you, the sets, everything is beautiful in Five Nights at Freddy's. I didn't walk in there like, oh, this is gonna be the scariest house or nothing. I never had that idea. For me, it was just more of like, do you feel like you're in the movie? And to me, I totally do. I totally feel like I'm in the movie. And Five Nights at Freddy, for me, it has a lot of repeatability. If I had to take a guess, I've done it like 6 times already. And it still hits. I can't wait to do it 6 more times. God forbid I get an early entry. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But Five Nights at Freddy's has been a dream come true for so many fans. And like Andre was saying, they had to have locked up Five Nights at Freddy's 2 for next year. It would be like the biggest missed opportunity to not keep the momentum going, because every time like Horror Nights is happening and I'm in the merch store, I see people just grabbing things from Five Nights at Freddy's. Boom, boom, boom. Just people buying up
Guilty.
everything. They're buying everything. It's wild. It's wild, and the prices keep going up on the Freddy merch.
Yeah, that's why I just bought my stuff now because everything's variable pricing at this point. Like if you go look at the tags, like there's a lot of stuff where the
Like
prices
the
are saying, you know
cups,
what?
the red cups were
But
18, now they're 20. This
I'm
week's
just buying
probably
it now.
22. They're probably 22 this week. uh, for Five Nights at Freddy 2, I want to say this. I heard people are like fighting over the pizza boxes and the cupcakes and all that crazy stuff. Have you guys witnessed any of that madness at the pizza?
I haven't witnessed a fight or nothing like that, but the people do hover over those little cupcakes. When I got my pizza, but like when we went, when they raised the pizza prices for $1 up, there's people are still buying them by like four, like stacks of four, like taking all the pizza. I'm like,
Jeez.
wow, I'm like, this $13.99 is gonna be like $16.99 next weekend. Like
I
I
don't.
wouldn't be shocked if that pizza hits $20. You know, and I
Wow.
see people will still buy it. I'm not. I wouldn't be shocked, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take my 2 little pizza boxes and that's it. Cause I'm gonna go at 4 p.m. or before 4 p.m. and get me something at the NBC Sports Grill.
Do you guys think Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be the #1 merch seller ever at Horror Nights? Like we've never seen anything.
I think so.
That's hard. Yeah, maybe.
People are buying stuff
Probably
like
more than
crazy.
likely.
Yeah, because the only other one that like I could really be like they buy the shit out of the merch is Michael Myers. If Michael's on anything, is God. Like it just sells out. It's ridiculous. But one thing I find funny, I just find it funny, is that pizza they sell at Studio Cafe. You know, they probably buy it a lot throughout the day, but as soon as they slap on the Five Nights at Freddy branding, it's like everybody wants the pizza. So I just think it must be a weird scenario for Universal to be like, man, don't, our sales are only this much, but as soon as we slap Five Nights at Freddy's, they skyrocket 1,000%. Weird scenario.
Yeah.
It's the same pizza. They're not making it different.
Yeah,
There's not
it's the
different
same pizza.
cheese. It's the same goddamn pizza you could get before Horror Night starts. Is there any like is there like one scene or a certain set that you like the most in Five Nights at Freddy's? I'll let Andre go first.
I think for me, my favorite part was probably towards the one scene in the back entrance where they actually have like the mask and you see all the gears going off, which is a scene from the movie when Mike, the security guard who gets hired to work, he's like strapped in the chair and he's about to get like his face, destroyed. So I thought seeing that live, and then of course you see a projector of Freddy and it literally bites the girl in half. I'm sorry to spoil it for anyone who hasn't gone through it yet, but it literally bites the woman in half, and I guess it's a reference to the bite of '87, I believe it's called in the game. So I thought that was pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, a lot of Easter eggs in there. What about you, Junior? What was your favorite scene or set or scare?
Um, Man, this is tough. I want to say the stage, but I kind of want to say Bonnie, like grabbing the guy, like killing
Yeah.
him. That one right there. That's my favorite scene right there. I love that one.
Oh
That's
yeah.
awesome. You know, it's animatronic is beautiful, man. I love everything. That's awesome.
What about you, Hector? Which one's your favorite?
I have to agree with Junior on that one with the Bonnie. As
I
you can
love
see
that
right
one.
there,
Yeah.
like the scare actor that's there with Bonnie, like he sells the hell out of that kill.
Yeah.
Like he does a good job. So that there's
Yeah,
just like a whole scene right there. Like he did a good job. Bond that
Hey, and
I
that
wish
dude,
there was
that dude
yeah.
goes hard every time I've done it.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
time I
yeah.
beat him,
He goes
yeah,
hard.
Yeah.
He sells it. He sells it. And
yeah.
something else, I do wish there was more Bonnie animatronics. I feel like there's not enough Bonnie in this house.
Like one more Bonnie would have been perfect, right?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's the only Bonnie one. You know.
Yeah. For me, my favorite is the big Freddy Fazbear. This one right here. Watch. He's just like,
I
yeah.
like that
With
dude,
his
but
eyes
I've been
red.
to his house like 10 times, and I think I've only gotten his trigger once.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah. Like, I like that dude. I just can't. I just never get to enjoy him.
That's been my favorite. That's my favorite right there. All right, I want to go on to a next one. Uh, Man, I appreciate all your guys' commentary on these things. I love hearing all your opinions and all of it. I want to go to one where everybody was like, no, I won't say everybody, but there was a lot of discourse of like, why is this coming to horror nights? Why? Wrestling? WWE? This is one of my favorites this year. I freaking loved Horrors of Wyatt 6. I'm going to let Junior start this one because I know he's a big WWE fan. What do you think
Dude,
about
yeah.
the Horrors of Wyatt 6?
Man, this is my number one in house. Still my number one, man. I love this house so much, man. I don't know. It's just I can't even explain it, man. Like, it's just beautiful, awesome. Especially the Stillwalker, man. Like, oh man, wow, that is ridiculously awesome. I love that. And then you know when they say follow the buzzer, like damn, that gave me the chills, man. Bray Wyatt right there. Awesome. I
When
love.
do they say follow the buzzer? I keep hearing you guys say that, but I don't know what
Dude.
scene that
It,
is.
it was Bray Wyatt's quote. Follow the buzzer. That was his quote.
But
Bray Wyatt.
where, do
Yeah,
they say it in the
it's
maze?
part of the soundtrack. You
Yeah.
see it a lot. You see it. I think you hear it like by where the Stillwalker comes out. Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
was like
Oh,
follow
over
the
there.
buzzer.
Okay, because
Yeah, yeah, in that
Hector was saying
soundtrack.
that like 1,000 times.
Yeah,
Follow
and
the
then in
buzzer.
the
I'm
long
like, I don't
hallway
know where he said
where the
that.
lights are at, he says the "We're here" line. Like in the long
Oh.
hallway where like the fireflies are at, the little lights. He's like, "We're here," and, whoosh. And then after
Yeah.
like on that kind of like that scene, he'll say like "Follow the buzz." Like you hear like Bray Wyatt start like talking and stuff.
What I
Uh,
love about this house
Those
a
are like
lot.
the two
What I love
iconic
about it a lot.
lines.
what about you,
Yeah.
Hector? How do you feel about Y6?
Oh, dude, I have to agree with Junior. It's one of my favorite houses. You know, like if I were to pick top three, it's FNAF and Terrifier and WWE in no particular order because sometimes one hits better than the other and vice versa. You know, but this is one of my favorite houses. Dude, I one of my intros when I talk about when I go on my Instagram, I always say like Universal Studios Hollywood, we're here, and I say it because of them, because of the Wyatt family. That's where I got that we're here part, and I've been a fan of them. But honestly, like it's a great tribute to Bray Wyatt, like someone says, and I feel it. I honestly feel the chills walking in there. I'm like, this is the Wyatt family horror house. This doesn't remind me of WWE at all as a WWE fan, but
No.
this gives me nostalgic. This is a scary house, and everything looks badass. The only problem that I have with this house is that I've done this house. I have it counted 8 times. I've only gotten the Stillwalker twice.
Yeah, I've only got the Stillwalker once. And when he came out, I was like, "What? There's a Stillwalker?" I didn't even know. I think I got it recorded actually in one of my vlogs. Um,
What I love about this also that it's a true horror. It's not like Orlando, you know. It's all about WWE backstage. No,
Yeah.
ours is like true horror, like straight up horror. That's what I love about.
what about you, Andre? How'd this house make you feel? What'd you think?
I grew up on the old school like WWF before it turned WWE. So walking through like the White House, it felt more like an original idea, which I do love. I love a lot. Seeing all the characters come to life, and it just hits so hard. I know people. This one was the least weighted house because I know there's not too many fans of WWE out there, but I feel like if you want like still get some good scares, you'll definitely get them in here in the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, this one is scary. It's like a scary, beautiful. I think that's the best way I could describe Horrors of Wyatt Six. It's like a scary, beautiful maze. Uh,
Exactly.
you know how I feel about this maze? Uh, if they never tagged it as WWE, like
Yeah.
you would never be like, oh, it's a wrestling thing. It's not. It's just what John created was a horror night house. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
way
Yeah.
different. Orlando's is WWE. This is a
Yeah,
horror house.
Orlando feels very WWE.
Yeah, we have a
Uh,
horror house here in Hollywood.
yeah, there's a horror house too. I would imagine. I haven't seen the full walkthrough, but ours it feels like a new original and stuff we've never seen before. So to me, when I first did it, I was like, I love this house. Like, and honestly, on any given night, it could be your favorite house of the day.
Yeah,
The actors that have been in Horrors of Wyatt Six, they've been on fire, man. Like big time. Especially the triple scare at the barn. That's my favorite scene. What's your favorite,
Yeah.
Andre?
Uh, you know what? For me, it was probably going through like that little mini mirror maze because it brought back like flashbacks from when we had the weekend there. So that's what it kind of reminded me of. And you never know who's gonna pop out behind the glass, and that's the part I think I got scared in the most because it's like these actors were on so much high energy, and I have a feeling that a lot of them probably did study the lore of Bray Wyatt and grew up as fans of WWE, so they knew exactly what they wanted to deliver in this house.
Yeah, I love the mirror scene too. What's your favorite scene, Junior?
Uh, damn. I was gonna say Stillwalker or Alexa Bliss. I don't know, man. That's hard. But I'm gonna have to go with the Stillwalker on this one. It's just
Yeah.
the way he looks. It just looks amazing, man. Love it.
Yeah, the Stillwalker was scary.
Is there any
Yeah, yeah.
explanation to the "Let Me In" right here?
Yeah, Alexa Bliss. That's her.
Yeah,
To me, I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
he's just think of it like a dream eater. He just wants to just basically take over.
okay,
That's basically what it is.
okay.
That's like that's like,
What about for you, Hector? What was your like favorite scene or favorite scare?
um my favorite scene is the where he says we're here with the long walkway with all the little lights, and then you see the uncle all the way at the end, and he does the thing with the we're here, and then he blows it. Did you see that in the
Yeah, I got it
beginning?
right here.
Towards the beginning.
This one?
Yeah, that one right there. That's my favorite scene. I wish there was more Bray Wyatt though, because Bray Wyatt comes out. I've only seen him twice. With the Alexa Bliss scene, is that you either see Alexa Bliss or you see Bray Wyatt. Like there's like I always miss Bray Wyatt because
Let
because
Me
he
In?
comes from behind. So yeah. So let me in behind you. There's a Bray Wyatt scare, like right
Oh,
behind you, and
oh, you're
everybody
right.
misses
I
it.
got it one time.
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
misses it because they're facing Alexa Bliss. And I'm like, you gotta choose what you want to see on this point. And then there's one more Bray Wyatt towards the end, and I just wish there was more Bray Wyatt because that he looks badass. But it's just like there you
Yeah.
go. Like, okay, what do I want to see? Do I want to see Alexa Bliss or do I want to see Bray Wyatt? And Alexa Bliss is getting all the looks, and he's kind of forgotten. Like there's sometimes where I'm like, oh, he went behind me.
This is the one I think I got the stilt walker right here. Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah, right there.
yeah. They have him a lot without stilts, but
Oh,
it's.
okay, okay.
Yeah, he comes out without stilts, but it's just one of those things where, like I said, I've only seen the stilt walker twice from other ones that I've done.
I
Because
think
sometimes it's a 5 minute wait, so I'll do that. But sometimes WWE is an hour wait. You just gotta.
right
You never
there.
know.
I missed it. That
Yeah,
was the one. Right here, look.
yeah, right behind you. Yeah, yeah. See, it's
Yeah,
either
right
one
there.
or the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, that was it. I didn't even know till on opening day. I was like, what? There's a dude behind me over here. um, let me just ask: are you guys happy WWE made it to Horror Nights? How do you guys feel now that we've done the house?
Uh, I'll let Audrey go. I have to go first.
All right,
I like it. I love it. I love it. It's a cool house. It's a cool house. It's a. I feel like everybody that does that house, they're like, wow, this house was actually pretty good. You know, I think it's a good IP maze. It's a good maze, whether it's IP or not. I think it just fit in perfectly into our style of Hollywood Horror Nights.
what about you, Andre? WWE coming to Horror Nights. What do you think now that you've done it?
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, seeing WWE coming to the event, it's something new and different, and I kind of feel like because there is horror in WWE, depending on the wrestlers. We've seen it with Kane, The Undertaker, and now we got the Wyatt Six. So seeing this come to the event is just like a dream come true for like the hardcore fans of WWE from all over the world.
Yeah. What about you, Junior?
Oh, I loved it. They delivered really well. Will it come back? Hopefully, yeah. In the future, maybe the Undertaker again. Bring Undertaker. With
Or a
Kane.
Kane house. Give us a
Yeah,
Kane.
Kane. Even
Brothers
Yeah,
Gangrel.
Kane would be
Destruction.
awesome.
Boogeyman.
Hey, imagine Kane just coming out trying to choke you. Ah.
Chokeslam. Yeah,
Uh,
I love it, man. It worked out really well. And I hope it comes back in the future. I hope it does.
uh, your mic was getting a little weird right there, Junior.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good now.
Okay, okay.
Now, I was gonna say WWE. Uh, I loved it. The fact that it's here on property at Horror Nights, it's crazy. Um, one time I had a chance when I was in Fallout, and I'm sad. I had to have. I'm pretty sure I have a recording of it. If I could like look through my other phone, but John was talking about um, how he's like really enjoying opening different avenues, and not everything has to be a slasher per se. Not everything has to be like super horror, super gothic, or whatever the heck might be. Because this year, John really went in different avenues of like what could be a horror night maze. And it's perfect example. Five Nights at Freddy's and what he did with the Horrors of Wyatt 6. Those are not some things that come off the top of your head when you're like, this needs to come to Horror Nights. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
Especially like one of them's a video game, one of them's wrestling. So those are
Yeah,
like
it's
some
crazy.
crazy fan bases that all of a sudden are coming now to Horror Nights.
Yeah, we got video games, movies, and then now we got anime kind of showing up in that in Horror Nights, little by little.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Let me see. All right, that's it for Horrors of Wyatt 6. Let me keep it going. I want to go to this one. It's a returning. I almost want to say it's like 4 years of this stuff because we had La Llorona, but Monstrous Tres for me was like, wow, this was way better than I was expecting. Everything kind of feels the same, but they really hit the mark with like the scares and the sets and the creativity that they put in this house. To me, it really shined a lot. And then to finish it off with La Llorona, it was really fun to meet her again. Who knows when we'll see her again, but I really enjoyed Monstros 3 a lot, like a lot. What'd you think, Andre?
Yeah, Monstros 3 this year was definitely a huge, compared to the previous two houses that we had. I think this is the hardest they've ever gone for this year's walkthrough. Just, seeing La Llorona in the maze, because I'm glad that they saved her for last, because if they would have put her like in the beginning of the house, I think that would have just messed everything up. But thankfully, they planned it out right. They saved her for last, even though a lot of like the puppets, like the props and everything, were from the previous houses that they did. It still felt good to see them again, possibly maybe one last time, or if they're going to save them for the future. But Monstro 3 definitely hit on so many levels this year.
Yeah, one thing I appreciated a lot in Monstros 3 was that they didn't do puppetry work right here. It's an actual person scaring you when you go through this hallway. Because in the
Yeah.
Monstroses, we had like the horse head or the like the black wolf looking thing. This year we got just horse heads, horse head La Lloronas or something. What'd you think of Monstros, Junior? I haven't really heard your opinion on this one. How's it hitting you?
You want to know my truth? To be honest, I don't know. I haven't been feeling it, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. I just walking through it, it just feels like the same as previous years, last year and 2 years ago. And especially La Llorona, it feels the same like 3 years ago. So, I mean, I want to walk through it again, so that way, I can feel it, but I don't know, man. Walking through it's not for me anymore.
It's
I
not doing
think
it
I'm
for
just gonna
you.
retire. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
retire from it, to be honest. So
Uh, and what about you, Hector?
I was gonna give a negative thing,
Yeah, you
but
haven't had good walkthroughs,
no,
dude.
no, yeah, I actually
Every time
had
I've
my
done it with you, you're
first.
like, this ain't
I've got
it.
my first good walkthrough on Sunday. My first good walkthrough. However, I did wait like about 65 minutes. I waited to get it out. Like that line was brutal, but I got my first good walkthrough, and honestly, it was phenomenal. I do have to agree with Junior. There's a lot of scenes that are very recycled and they don't feel fresh. Like the girl screaming, like and then the big one with that's in the top corner. But going back to it, it does feel like it has a lot more live actors than before. So it's very consistent when you do get a good run through. But I love it. I mean, La Llorona, for me, having her like the icon of Monstros 3, I think it's big because me as a Hispanic, like from all those names, they say the only one that rings a name from me is La Llorona. And having her is like, damn, she's scary. I
Yeah.
don't think it's scary per se, but the jump scares are there. Yeah, they're busy. There's a triple jump scare at the end. La Llorona greets you as soon as you cross that bridge, and those horsemen heads, they look scary as heck. But other than that, I mean, I love it. If you get a good run through, I love it. But you would have asked me like maybe like before Sunday, I would have been like, nah, this is the worst house ever because I didn't get nothing good. But when I did get a good run, I got a really good run. I got basically every scare, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Um, well, did I ask you, Andre? What are your thoughts on Monstros? Did I ask you?
Yeah, you did. You asked me already.
Yeah. For me, this is the last year, and I think it's going out with the bang. Like I enjoy it. Like
Yeah.
I never had a thought of like, oh, I'm going to retire this one early. I want to keep doing it, and you know what? The lines are long for Monstros, man.
Yeah.
I think
Same.
it's going to be 15 minutes all the time, and it's not. It's a long ass line. Like I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people are like, "Man, how about that Monstros?" And because a lot of people have never done Monstros, this is their first time going to Horror Nights, or they haven't been to Horror Nights in a while. They really like Monstros, dude. Monstros is hitting for a lot of people, but it's its last year. We'll see what takes over. Do you think Universal Monsters is what takes over next time, or is it going to be something completely different?
That one's going to be a tough one because we know that Universal Monsters is now in Vegas. I mean, they could bring it back next year, but I just don't know what other Universal Monsters they could work with next. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, yeah. I'm curious, man. Do you think the Universal Monsters are just locked now in Vegas? They're just like, hey, you want Universal Monsters, you got to go to Vegas. I think it's a stupid thing if that's the case, but I hope
I feel
they
like it
come
was
back.
missing this year. I really wish we had that instead of Poltergeist.
You want Universal Monsters?
But
Yeah.
yeah, but we'll talk about it once we get to
Yeah, we'll talk
Poltergeist.
about it
But
in a little.
I just wish I just wish instead of Terrifier Poltergeist, it was Terrifier Universal Monsters.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. I want to go on to one of the big heavy hitters. Man, there's just so much to talk about with all these houses. Uh, Probably the longest waits that we've seen at Horror Nights are coming at Jason
Yeah.
Universe. For me, I did Jason Universe. I instantly was like, this is the best house. I haven't even done Terrifier, but this is the best house. The scares are there. They're aggressive. Jason, it feels like Jason. All the sounds and the sets and the kills. I just think it's perfect. Jason Universe for me was perfection, man. Uh,
hmm
Andre, you go, man. How do you feel? How did it hit you, dude?
Dude, number one favorite throughout the run of this event. Number one favorite. I love Jason. You know, I grew up on this franchise a lot. You know, and finally having him back at the event was just something that we needed from like the slasher genre because we kept getting Michael Myers, we kept getting Leatherface a lot, but to see Jason finally back at the event was something refreshing because I don't know how much more Michael Myers and Leatherface I can handle anymore. So I was like, when they announced that Jason was coming back, I was like, thank you, please. Anything
Hey,
else besides those two? So Jason was a bit of fresh air for me.
I am leather faced out after Vegas and all the leather face we've got over the years here at Hollywood. I'm pretty leather faced out, dog. Oh man, Hector, how do you feel about Jason, dog? Jason
Dude,
Universe.
nah, this house is badass. It's like continuous scares, and they're like jump scares. They're not. I mean, there's like one scene where they're like in the taxi or whatever. The girl's in the car. That's
Yeah,
the only like movie style scene that I seen. But the other ones are just jump scares from everywhere. Every single room has a crazy like Michael Myers coming out at you. So yeah, honestly, this house was really cool. The only problem I see with this house is that whether you're regular or express, like you're gonna wait in line. I did express. It was like what 30 minutes. Regular line, it was like over an hour. I mean, if you need a sign to get a rip tour, just look at those lines for for Jason.
yeah, dude. There's a lot of people who waited 3 hours for this one. Junior, how do you feel about Jason?
Can you guys hear me? Good.
The mic's like weird.
Let me hang up again and join. It's really weird.
It's all right. Just back out, back in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for me, Jason, I felt like it was a long maze for whatever reason. It has a lot to it. It has a lot to it. Uh,
Yeah, no, it's really cool. That kill too. Like, there's another kill like in the couch, right?
yeah, dude,
That
all of
that
them.
that.
I like the
Yeah,
bow
no.
arrow kill. Bam.
Oh, that one too. That video that you're posting right now, where he puts the hand through the
Oh, the
through the
hand.
that was just badass. I totally forgot about that. No, honestly, that this house, it's really good. It's very. Before the event started, I'm like, I was worried that Jason was gonna get overshadowed by FNAF and Terrifier and all them, but Jason just came in and nah, this is my Halloween, and just whoosh, just literally like took his place in Horror Nights as like the top dog. You know?
Uh, Junior.
Yeah, can you hear me better now?
Oh, you're perfect now, dude.
There you go.
Okay, good.
What do you think
Yeah,
about it? What do you think about Jason?
Jason. I love the Jason, man. That's to me, it's like the scariest house I've ever experienced, man. Jason was badass, man. 'Cause, you know, Jason's everywhere, every corner. You know, unexpected, man. But dude, Jason is badass. I love it. I love it a lot. Especially the one scene I love the most is when Jason throws the arrow, bow arrow, and shoots the girl in the eye. That's my favorite part right there. I love that
Jason has
part. Oh, it's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, Jason like awesome, man.
Yeah,
Right there.
they were saying
wow,
that like somebody passed
Boom.
out in the maze, dude, like being scared. And
dude.
I was like, I believe it, dude. The Jason
Oh yeah,
one,
we were there. I mean, we saw the ambulance. We were there.
yeah, there was an ambulance. Dude, I hope that person's okay, but uh,
Yeah, that happened to me the first time when I went through it on opening night. We were waiting, and they had to pull a young girl out of the line because I guess she was, I don't know if she got dizzy or something, but she just couldn't stand up, so they had to carry her out. And then when I went and did it again later on in the night, I think I was with you, Junior. There was some lady that did pass out, and they had to take her out on the gurney. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy, dude. I believe it though. Jason hit hard, dude.
Yeah, that the more you
Oh,
play
yeah.
back the video, I'm like the more I'm like this Jason house has so many good scenes. Like they're really cool.
You know,
it's
I can't help but compare it to Leatherface, the one that we had last year. Leatherface didn't feel like this one. You know what I mean? Because like this
No,
was
I
kind of a
agree.
similar thing, right? Different Jasons from like different like times, and then just kind of all put together. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, this one was a home run, and every time I've done it, it's been like holy macaroni, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
worth the wait. I've never gotten a bad run on that one.
your heart
Yeah,
It's always good.
definitely beats a lot harder.
Man, I
yeah,
only went in there once, man. I want to do it again.
yeah. No, The cool thing about this house, if you're like a diehard fan of the series, like I noticed you have to pay attention to all the little details, but most of the like the dead bodies in there and all the kills, they represent kills from like each and every one of the franchises. Because and then some of the parts where he was unmasked, like I can tell, like okay, that was from that movie and this one's from this one. So it's just those little details that you really have to pay attention when you're walking through this one.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of times that Jason doesn't have a mask in the maze, like a lot.
Yeah. Like the one part where he's ripping the guy's head off, I noticed I got a good look at his face and I go, okay, that's the Jason from part four when he gets his hockey mask knocked off. Just the way they did the design on it, I was like, oh man, like they're putting like everything for the fans in this one.
Yeah, it delivered. Jason home run. I have nothing bad to say about that maze, other than the lion is crazy. It's just crazy, man. But we knew it was gonna be crazy. It's Jason.
Yeah.
I want to go to the next one that nobody thought was gonna be scary, and I honestly want to say it got like some hate that it was coming to Horror Nights. Fallout, good old Fallout.
Yeah.
Dude, I enjoy Fallout a lot. I have not had a bad run. To me, it's just been fun, and the freaking bear and the actors that are in Fallout, everything's just been like A+ for me, man. I don't really consider it like scary per se, like I'm getting so scared and whatever. It's just really awesome. Like it's cool. It's very cool. How do you feel about Fallout coming Horror Nights, Andre?
For me, Fallout, it's I loved it. I thought it was a really cool property and an interesting one too. I have seen the show, so seeing all those iconic scenes from the show coming to life was awesome. Like seeing the ghoul. My favorite part of this house, I have to say, was that big giant ass bear that just comes out at you. I thought that was one of the most like intense and most aggressive like puppets that they've ever designed in the history of Horror Nights.
I could only compare it to Chucky, that big ass bear.
Yeah.
The Yeah, the gigantic Chucky puppet. Um, and they had to have spent a lot of money on that puppet, dude. Like I don't doubt that was like a 10, 20, $30,000 thing, dude, to create that, and then to create like the whole mechanism of it, like of what's it called, like to sustain those movements that it does. It's
Uh
insane.
huh.
What about you, Junior? How did Fallout hit you, man?
Oh man, I actually loved it, man. When they first announced that Fallout was coming, I'm like, how is that gonna work? It's not part of horror, not a good fit, but no, it turned out really well. I loved it. I enjoyed it, man. The characters were awesome. The big ass bear was my favorite. To see like, damn, that's humongous. Especially the armor. I forgot what it's called, but the armor was
T6,
awesome.
T60.
Yeah, yeah, that was awesome. And then the zombies, man, they're on point, man. They did a wonderful job, scaring me a lot. The zombies.
What do you think about Fallout, Hector?
Dude, I love it. It's one of my favorite houses, especially because the wait's not over 30 minutes. But like for example, on Sunday I did that house 3 times. Like if I'm on a frequent fear and I'm just vibing and that house is available, I've done it and it doesn't disappoint a single time. Like
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. Like they say that big bear is crazy. Seeing the goal, like it's just cool. If I were to say something about it, it would be like I wish there were more goals because I think there's
I
only
know.
two. There's only two that I seen. In the beginning, I was a little worried about the house because we already knew they were gonna use that little desert area, but they used it to like its own thing. It doesn't even remind me of the old desert area in the weekend where they had a whole lot of nothing. So they just did a good house. It
Was
has a good flow.
Strangers? Wasn't it Strangers Things?
Or Stranger Things, yeah, Stranger Things, and it was like a
Yeah.
whole lot of nothing. They just reused it right there, but right there, there's actually a scare actor, and there's on both sides.
Yeah,
There's that guy,
yeah,
and then there's one on the right.
When they had this style of like backdrop in Stranger Things, it just looked bad. I feel.
Yeah, it was just like a whole
Yeah.
lot of nothing. It was just like last minute. Let's just drop it in there for whatever reason.
Do you think Fallout fit Horror Nights? Like, it was a good fit?
not really, but as long as they did it well, yeah. But
It was
I mean,
okay.
they did a good job with what they had to work with.
yeah,
You know, they did their thing, bringing that bear stuff like they did a good job. I'm just gonna
I
say
feel
like it's
like
not.
I feel like this is just like a one and done thing. That's it. Like don't come back anymore. That's it. Like a quiet place.
Yeah.
One and done. That's it. Don't come back.
I don't know. Junior Fallout got
Yeah,
another season.
I would love to
They
see
got
it
another
again.
season soon.
Yeah, I would like
Yeah,
to see it
yeah,
again.
that's either yeah.
Honestly, if they told me next year is gonna be all the same houses part two, I'd be happy with it, except Poltergeist. But
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd be
Portugal,
happy
yeah,
if they
they're
give
not
us like a
they're not
Terrifier
coming.
2, a FNAF 2, a
I,
Fallout 2.
I feel like Poltergeist is the punching bag of Horror
Yeah,
Nights. It's just
yeah, like honestly, like if they give me like a 2 of every house, I'm like, oh, cool. The only 2 that I wouldn't be like happy with, it would be like if they give us like a sequel to another Monstrous and a Poltergeist. Other than that, every single other house, if it goes a part 2, I'm here for it. I'd be happy.
yeah,
If
yeah,
it comes back, I think it would be based on Vegas season two.
yeah. Season two. That's what I'm saying. It could come back.
Yeah, Vegas.
Um, yeah, I wouldn't mind Fallout coming back, especially like they could just explore the characters more. I
Yeah,
would be cool with it because it would be something different. It'd be the same but different. Yeah, I haven't had a bad walkthrough in Fallout. The actors have been really incredible in there, and I just the bear. It's the cherry on top of that maze. Um, I love it. I do wish though there was more ghoul. Like the ghoul had like a kill
yeah.
scene. I
There's
think
only like 2 scenes, and he just kind of comes out. He doesn't do like a
the
good
ghoul
kill
needs a
scene.
kill. He needs a
Yeah,
kill. Something badass. Like you need because that's what
Yeah.
he is. He's a badass character. He needs a badass moment, and I don't think he
yeah.
has that. Yeah. Um. All right. All right. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. This is one that nobody saw coming back, but it came back, and I really feel like it came back with a vengeance. Scarecrow, music by Slash. Let me hit that music. So, how did this hit you guys? For me, I'm a Scarecrow stan. I love this maze. It is a little weird that it came back so fast, but the Slash music, I thought it was a perfect addition to this thing. I'll let Junior go first. You go first, Junior.
Yeah. I feel like Slash music made it much better than 3 years ago. You know, even though it's the same walkthrough, same scenes, everything the same, but I feel like Slash made it much better with the music. And, you know, I still enjoy this maze a lot. I love it. You know, it's scary. You know, I love the scarecrows. You know, I'm happy that it's back again, but yeah, I just don't want to see it again anymore. Like, that's it, no more. Two times is
I'm out.
enough, but although I love it. So,
What about you, Andre? What do you think of Scarecrow this year?
Scarecrow was cool seeing it come back. But like Junior said, it's just the same walkthrough from 3 years ago when we first had it at Hollywood. The only thing that was changed this time was Slash was doing the music, so I feel like that made the walkthrough more enjoyable. But hopefully we can move on from Scarecrow for next year because it's like I really want like another original, like whatever other original house they can come up with. But it's like, yeah, Scarecrow it's a fun house to walk through. The scares are still the same as they were back in 2022. So, but overall, I mean, it was still a fun walkthrough, and it's still cool to see Scarecrow come back again. But Slash just made it more badass, with the music. So.
Yeah. What about you, Hector? How do you feel about Scarecrow this year?
No, I loved it. I think this is the perfect way when you want to work with your budget and you're like, you know what, we already have all of this made. Let's not spend too much money. Let's put it same for same. I think they did a good job, and I haven't had a walkthrough where I'm like, this feels understaffed. Every single walkthrough I've been through Scarecrow, it's fully staffed. I always see the still walker. I actually see more consistency this year on this house than when it originally debuted, as far as like scare actors go and with the music and the pacing and everything. But I think it's a perfect way to utilize quote unquote budget savings at Universal and have everything same for same. It does. It feels the same, yeah, but at the same time, I do feel different with the music, and I loved it. It's pretty cool. I do have to agree. It's kind of like the Llorona stuff, where like it does feel too similar. It feels like we've been through this before, but at the end of the day, I like comparing Horror Nights to Knott's Berry Farm, and it's like at least we're not getting the same maze 5 years straight. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I I I almost want to say I enjoy Scarecrow more this year than the first year we had it.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
consistency. A lot more scare.
Yeah.
Like the scare. I've never had a bad walkthrough. I've been good.
Um, I have to ask the question. Uh, are we just at the point that we just accept that we just get repeats a lot? It is what it is.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah, it's
much.
been
That's
going
just the way
on.
John works, or I guess the budget. We'll say the
Yeah,
budget.
I think it's a way to cut costs. Like it's just like they already have the stuff, and they're like, we're gonna bring this house in 2 years, so keep everything right here to the side for me.
You
Because
guys
in 2 years, this one's
super
coming
cool.
back.
You guys want super cool new stuff? We have to do repeats.
Yeah, I feel like you know which one I feel like might be on the coming back list is gonna be like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I could see that coming like next year or the year after.
Don't
You know?
say that, man. I was just saying.
No.
Don't jinx
I-
it, man. Don't
I've
jinx
had
it.
enough of Leatherface, bro. Especially after
I'm
Vegas.
just saying, or yeah, I'm just or either him
And I'm not a
or
hater of
Michael
Leatherface.
Myers.
It's just we've had
It's
it
gonna
too
be him or
much.
Michael Myers. It's just one of those things where it's
No,
just,
I
this
want Michael. I want Michael.
I feel like Universal has like okay they have like their stories but I'm like this one's gonna come back within the next 3 years, so keep everything aside because like look at that, the house is same for same, that Scarecrow house. That means they already knew it was coming back when they put everything away.
Yeah.
Like they didn't put none of that in the chopping block. Like let's disassemble this so we could use it for other stuff. Like that house is same for same.
Yeah.
And I feel
Don't be
like it's
surprised Exorcist comes back next
yeah,
year.
yeah. Like it's just one of those things where I'm like, I'm already giving in like at least one house is coming back from like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like look at Monstrous, one or two houses, you know.
I always
Exorcist coming back next year.
Exorcist. Let me see. I always kind of refer back to this year, dude. Because it does feel like if we're going to do some cool stuff, we have to bring a repeat. It feels like that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just want to throw this out there. Why was 2019 so different? Why was 2019 so different? And that was 10 houses. That was 10, right?
That was 9.
Yeah.
Or it was 9?
Yeah.
9 houses.
Well, the Walking Dead attraction.
Well, yeah, they counted The Walking Dead, so technically it was 8.
8.
Because Walking Dead was year round, right?
Yeah.
Is that all the houses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, actually it's 9. 9 houses. House of Thousand Corpus to repeat.
Wait, didn't we have Ghostbusters too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just didn't put it on the shirt that year.
Yeah. So that's 10, right? I could have sworn 2019 was 10.
No, it was 9 because they included The Walking Dead as a year-round walkthrough attraction, but in actuality, it was really 8 houses.
It's really 8.
Yeah.
Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It says 10.
Yeah, but Walking Dead year round.
They always count Walking Dead as a house, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, it was 10. Yeah, no, you're good.
Oh man, Walking
The
Dead.
repeat has been going on since 2010. Never stops.
This year we only had 2 repeats, right? The 2019 it was
True.
House of a Thousand Corpses and Walking Dead. Everything else was new.
Everything else was new.
Ah man.
Same thing like 2011. We had 5 new houses and 1 repeat.
Yeah. But I always look at it like this. I think the way things work, you know, we're past the COVID stuff. Like we're in a different era of like whatever's happening. I think the way it just works now, like they have to do repeats to do cool stuff. It's just the way it works.
If they bring a repeat, they better bring Bride of Frankenstein next.
Yeah.
The COVID
I
one.
don't want to see that anymore. I'm tired of Universal.
The COVID one, I was so sick.
Yeah. I told John like in person, I was like, if you do a repeat, Bride of Frankenstein and Creep Show, please.
Yes,
Those are
I
the
would
two
want
told
Creep
him. I
Show to
said
come back.
Creep Show and Bride of Frankenstein. Those are the ones I would want.
I would have wanted Creep Show over Poltergeist, to be honest.
Oh,
Exactly, Junior. I think that should have came this year instead of Poltergeist.
dude.
Yeah.
Poltergeist was on nobody's radar of like that needs to come back.
I for sure as hell didn't want it to come back.
If one is to come back, I think the number one. I kind of feel like you guys would agree. It's Krampus, right? That's like the
Oh,
Yes,
Krampus,
I
man. I want
trust
Krampus
me.
back, man.
Trust me, if you guys would have won in 2016, you would have loved that maze so much.
It smells
Can,
so
can
good
you
in there
play a
too, man.
clip
The
of it? I've
gingerbread
never seen
cookies.
that.
It smells so
There's a
good.
walkthrough of
Gingerbread
it on
cookies.
YouTube. It was literally like, I mean, it wasn't this. It was still the scariest, but it's just like the sets, the characters, everything in that house. That's why I still love it to this day. If they do bring
Wow.
Oh
back
yeah.
Krampus, but oh wait, actually, it would be perfect because Krampus was in 2016 and 2026 marks the 10-year mark. So that would be a perfect time for Universal to bring back Krampus.
hey next year,
Yeah, dude,
Next year,
2026,
yeah.
2016, that's 10 years. Just like they did with La
And,
Llorona in 2022.
dude. Look at the
and there
facade.
is a scene that is cold too. There is one scene that is really cold in there too.
Oh, what? Like it felt cold?
Oh,
Yeah,
it
they
was
actually
freezing
had like
cold.
air blasters in there.
There's a
Yeah, it was
video
like
from
freezing cold.
Attractions 360. So next year would be 10 years for this one.
Yeah, dude. Well, 10 years since the 2016 lineup.
Damn.
And
Hey, that's the
that movie
Metro
came
sets,
out in
right?
2015.
That's the Metro
Yeah,
sets.
that movie.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
Metro
Metro
says
sets.
yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
we can have a 20-minute conversation on Metro sets.
I'm
Wow.
telling you. I'm telling you guys, Universal needs to get the Metro sets back for next year. I don't know why they
Yeah.
cannot give it back to us.
Ah,
It was
man.
so awesome.
Wow, that looks cool.
Yeah, but look at the clown puppet, dude.
Oh
The clown
yeah, the
Jack in the
clown, the
Box.
big one right there, like La Llorona.
Oh, wow, it's like Llorona. That's crazy, huh? We just like, wow.
That's like La
There's
Llorona.
like a lot of no, yeah. There's a lot of like figures that have been reused over the years. Kind of like Art the Clown has a lot of like figures that are recycled, but they just did a good job of making it their own.
Yeah, you do horror nights like for 5, 7 years. You'll notice a lot of things are like returning but reused and different. I always think it's cool how they reuse things. Why not? It helps the budget.
Yeah,
What? What?
and the movie
Why
came
was
out 10 years
Krampus?
ago.
Why was Krampus so good? Like, I just want to ask.
The smells, dude. Like it smelled like
Yeah,
gingerbread cookies in this house,
it
and like
smells
I
good.
literally wanted to buy a gingerbread cookie, but they didn't sell them that year.
Yeah,
So
What? That was
it,
missed opportunity, dude.
it smells so good. Really smell good.
I think Killer Clowns has like a gingerbread smell too sometimes in their house.
Um, Before we keep going, do you guys think the smells are down this year? Like
Yeah,
we don't really have
that's.
smelly bad houses kind of thing.
I haven't smelled like Terrifier at all. I could have sworn John said it wasn't smell like poop. I haven't smelled anything.
Yeah, I haven't smelled
Nothing at
anything
all.
in Terrifier.
Nothing at all. Yeah. I
What
don't
about
know
you,
because if
Hector?
it's hot weather. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I have smelled it, but like very light, and I'm kind of glad they toned it down because sometimes it's just. I just honestly at the same time I feel bad for the workers that are there because they have to deal with that all day. You know, especially with the smell. But I'm kind of glad they toned it down. Honestly, it's just enough
Yeah.
to like get it. You know, you're like this is how it's supposed to smell, but not bad enough to where like God damn this is bad.
What about you, Andre? Have the smells been lowered or like toned down more for you?
They kind of have in a sense. I can't really tell which one it was, but like they're not as strong as they were in the previous years because in the previous years of Horror Nights, like they would just go super hard with the scents in almost all the houses. This year, it really didn't smell too strong. I don't know if it's because maybe probably the budget reasons, maybe they weren't able to get it this year. But I really wish that hopefully next year, depending on how much this year profits off of everything from the merch. Hopefully they get the budget next year to pump in those cannon smells throughout all the houses, depending on what lineup we're going to get for next year's event.
Yeah, for me, I feel the smells are non-existent. Like I
Yeah.
Yeah,
can't, I can't even like. What's the smelliest like scene in Horror Nights right now? I don't even know. I have no clue. Uh, the one I kind of do get the smell is Five Nights at Freddy's, like a pizza kind of.
yes.
Chuck E. Cheesy smell. But there's no bad smells this year, even though we're in a poop room. I was
Yeah.
pretty scared to go in the poop room. I ain't gonna lie. Like the first time, I was like, "Oh God, it's gonna smell. It's gonna smell nasty. What do you, poop smells bad."
You know what? The Wyatt 6 surprisingly had a scent too in one of the rooms that I noticed. I think it was like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a slaughterhouse we were going to type, but I did get like a good whiff of that in there.
Yeah, like I'll give you an example. Insidious. I think it was the puke room. It was nasty in there, dude.
It smelled so
Oh,
bad in
dude,
there.
that room is. It
And
still
then
haunts me to this day.
the year before, Exorcist Believer in like the horse
Oh, that smells
barn.
bad.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if John's watching. Like these fools are saying it don't smell bad.
I hope he's watching so he could turn it up.
Yeah, tone it up. We need more.
Yeah, I can't believe we're saying this, but yeah, tone it up.
Turn it
Yeah.
up, man. We want to smell it, you know?
We want worse smells. Um, I think we only have one more house to talk about, and then we're going to go all over the place with things. I think we've hit it all, right? Yeah, I feel like
No, we
did.
haven't talked
No,
about
not
Poltergeist yet.
Poltergeist.
No, I know.
Poltergeist is
That's the last one, right? That's the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Poltergeist, the most anticipated house of the year. Let me put Andre real quick. Give me a second. Poltergeist made its return. I never got to do Poltergeist, so for me it was fresh and new and different. Some people were saying that the ending is something new. Is that true, or the ending was always there, where people
No,
are
it's the
coming out of
same.
coffins?
It's the same. It's literally the
It's
same
the
walkthrough
same.
from 2018.
Okay, yeah. That sounds like people. A lot of people were like, it's the exact same thing. How do you guys feel about this maze coming back in 2025? I'll let Andre go first.
You know, I really was not too excited about Poltergeist returning. I did this maze back in 2018 when it first came to the event. It was fun back then, but you really don't get scared too much. I mean, it was known for the effects. I mean, there were some scare actors in this one, but it just had a lot of black walls. That's the only thing I just didn't like about this one.
Agree.
And the black walls came back. They
Yeah.
came back.
I was like literally hoping that they would change, like maybe put hallways of the house or something, something like that. But no, it was just the black walls, literally an exact replica of the 2018 walkthrough. So
Did
nothing.
it have
I mean,
those big heads? Those big heads
the
right there?
skeleton heads. Yeah, they had those back in 2018 too. So when you compare this walkthrough to 2018, it's literally just the same thing. The only thing that I kind of wish is like we could have more performers in here, but then again they only based it off of the first movie alone because Poltergeist has 2 sequels, so it would have been cool if they would have based it off of those 2, add the sequels in there. But the main focus, of course, was the 1982 original. So
Yeah. What about you, Junior? You've done Poltergeist too. How do you feel about it coming back?
Disappointed that was coming back. I'm done with this maze already. I don't need to walk through it anymore.
yeah, Junior, big
Retiring,
time.
it's the same walkthrough like Roger said. Lots of black walls like 2018. Nothing new. When I walked through it on Sunday, it was so hot in there, man. I was sweating.
It
It
was
was that
Yeah,
hot.
bad.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
hot.
what were you gonna say, Junior?
The maze, it was hot in there, man. When I walked through it on Sunday, it was badly hot. I was sweating.
Yeah. What about you, Hector? I don't think you've done this one, so this one was new for
Yeah,
you.
it was my first time doing it. So I gotta agree. The too many black walls. The only thing good about this house is that coffin ending.
Yeah.
It's cool. I've gotten it when it's like fully staffed, and I got in it when there's only 2 of them, like 2 actual like scare actors in there. But that's honestly the only thing that's memorable about that house, in my opinion. Like the big skulls, like it's too much. Like I don't know. There's just nothing's good about this house, in my opinion. It's just that the coffin part. I think that's the only cool part about it. Other than that, you go in through a long black wall to go to another black wall. That's
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. As a first timer, it is the lowest on my list and has been consistent there.
yeah.
For
I
me,
will-
Poltergeist grew on me a little bit. It grew
Yeah.
on me. We're gonna say, Andre?
Oh, I will say this. If you guys if you did go to Horror Nights back in 2018 and you didn't get to do Poltergeist, like this is like your chance to do it now. But honestly, from us who have did this house in the past, you really weren't technically missing too much. I mean, it is known for the effects, but it really wasn't like the scariest house to walk through, of course. So
Yeah.
that was the only thing about it. Like, because I know some people said, "Oh yeah, I went to Horror Nights back in 2018, but I wasn't able to do Poltergeist back then because it had such a long wait." So I mean, when I heard that they were bringing it back again this year, that I need to make it a point. Like, okay, I need to do Poltergeist this year because I don't know if they're ever going to bring it back again in the future. So
I feel like it's gonna get retired forever, dude.
Yeah.
The odds this comes
yeah,
back.
it is.
The only reason why I haven't retired is because it's next to Terrifier, and once you're down there, you're like, all right, I guess. Yeah.
It just feels so odd to have it next to Terrifier. Creepshow would have gone perfect over there. I feel.
And like I said
Yeah, I
before,
would have
this house
preferred
wasn't even that
Creepshow, but
scary. It was just fun.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a fun house.
Let me see. Where are we at? We got one last thing to talk about. It was probably Junior's favorite, the Terror Tram.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let me start off. Let me start off with the Terror Tram. When it was announced that it's Blumhouse again, I hated it. It's like too much Blumhouse, dude. But the performers that are part of this year's Terror Tram, they're doing an A+ job. And every time I've done Terror Tram, I've always walked away with like, man, there's so many scares and these people are like really going hard, like, and they make it great. So even though it's black, or it's Blumhouse, for me it still has been one of my favorite things this year. To be honest, I the fact that you're walking on the studio tour is already like super cool in itself. You're at the Bates Motel. They set up photo ops with Megan, and Norman Bates is still doing photo ops. I do love the Terror Tram experience still this year. You go, Junior. What do you think about how did the Terror Tram hit you so far?
I mean, it's the same thing like last year, but I mean, I still enjoyed it though. I still had fun walking through. I like the fact that it starts out with the black phone. Based on the part two that's coming out really soon. The Insidious, they went hard. They did win hard this year. They did. Especially the Exorcist. They went hard too. It's awesome. I love it. But everything else, it's just the same. The Purge, same thing. Nothing new.
Yeah.
Finale, the same as well. Same thing. Nothing new.
Hey, why are you being on negative, Junior? You posted Megan like 30 times already, bro.
Hey, hey, I didn't
Are
say
you
nothing
a
about
fan?
Megan.
Hey, there's
I'm
nothing
not
wrong
saying
with being
nothing
negative.
about Megan.
That's how he feels. That's how he feels.
Nah,
What about
nah, I'm
you?
just giving him a hard time. I'm just giving him
What
a
about
The
you,
Hector said
Hector?
I don't like Megan. That's what he said. I don't like Megan.
Yeah. Oh,
What
you
about
don't
you,
even like
Hector?
Megan. No, I love the
I didn't say
Terror
nothing
Tram.
bad about Megan.
I've been a Terror Tram fan, since last year. That's like my favorite thing. Honestly, it's cool. It's cool because it's one of those things where, like, if you're on a general ticket, it's one of those things where you just go there and do that right away, and you're already having a good experience. Like, you're on a general ticket, you need something to do, and you don't want to wait a long time. The Terror Tram, it's a good people eater. It eats up people. The line moves kind of fast. And then you get a quick experience. It is a little bit different than last year, but it's a lot of the same too. Like after the part where the purges are at, it's the same exact thing and the same exact scares or scare actors, the same exact costumes. But I do like the first part of that part because last year they had construction workers and this year they have the purge guys with the glow in the dark or the glowing helmets. That looks pretty badass. I think that style is better than last year. And then and then it pops, and then them having that Megan meet and greet in the middle, and then the grabber and Megan at the end of the tram is one of those things where it's just like it just keeps you busy. Like, oh look, Megan's there. I forgot about this long walk because you just get to see Megan right there, and there's another uphill walk that you go through. And to me, I haven't complained about that uphill walk in a long time because I just get stuck taking a picture of Megan. I'm like, oh, I just met Megan, and then you go up there, and then you got Norman Bates, another meet and greet on the top. So you got like meet and greets in that long walk where it used to be a whole lot of nothing. But overall, I love the Terror Tram this year. It's really good.
What about you, Andre? How's the Terror Tram hitting you, man?
Terror Tram is Terror Tram. I'm just gonna say that, but for me personally, I was kind of a little disappointed hearing Blumhouse coming back again, but I will give them props on this. the actors were giving it their all, so they were on high energy. At least the walkthroughs that I did this year with it. And they did change up some of the sets. We did go through the black phone too, which is kind of giving us like a sneak preview of what we're going to see in the new upcoming movie. And then we had Insidious, The Exorcist Believer, and then of course the new section, with the Purge. They changed up their costumes and looks a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, the Terror Tram was good this year. I think probably the strongest it's done. But I kind of feel like we need to really move on from like just Blumhouse, or if they can at least, if the Terror Tram does come back next year, they need to like try to do like a new theme with it, maybe go an original route if they can, or if they decide to retire the Terror Tram. But at this point, knowing Universal, they probably won't, because this is like the thing that eats up, like, because a lot of times when people go to Horror Nights, like they don't want to wait that long of a line in all the haunted houses, so it's like, let's just go do Terror Tram. I know that we don't want to do it, but right now it's got the shortest wait, so let's just get it out of the way. So
let me put this one out, because we got Albert. It's not a people eater. There are no lines to go on Terror Tram.
Oh,
I want Hector. I want Hector to talk about this.
Oh, dude, I was in the I couldn't move. I couldn't move.
Yeah, dude, the same thing happened to me.
I couldn't move in the Terror Tram. It is a people eater. It's very popular nowadays. In the beginning, it's not. I'll tell you that, because everybody's busy with FNAF and Terrifier. But once people start moving on, the Terror Tram eats people like no other. And I feel like it's a plan for Universal, now that I think about it, is just like, you know what, let's just keep loading people there so we can alleviate crowds from the houses that are more popular, and we'll just have them in there and, just people eating. But it's a people eater. Look at that. And I'm not the only one that reported on this. There's multiple people. I think Jennifer Acuna got that experience too. I think she posted in her story where she was like busy too, and you couldn't even walk. I couldn't even take like cool pictures. Characters like, what do we do?
The first thing I told Hector when I talked to him and I saw this video, I was like, that don't look fun. That's not fun. When it's that packed, that's not fun. Andre, you got stuck like that too?
Yeah, I did it on, when did I go back? When I was there on Friday, we had another person in our group because we were trying to get them through everything as much as possible. So we did the Terror Tram. It was posted at a 50-minute wait, but they were moving people through all the switchbacks like crazy. But once we got off the tram and we started walking, it was literally so packed. We were like smudged in. And I know the team members were telling everybody, we had to keep it moving as much as possible, but there was no walkway room. Like, we were literally like sandwiched in with each other. Like, that's how bad it was.
Dude, and we're talking Terror Tram. There's a lot of room. So to be sandwiched in Terror Tram, that's too much. That's too much.
Like,
I do want to say though, watching that video, I don't know, did you guys see any like team members' reaction? Like, keep moving, keep going.
Not really. They knew the situation. No. Yeah, they knew the situation.
It's a shit show. They ain't no fixing it at that time.
I'm just thankful that we didn't get a team member yelling, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where they were yelling, keep moving, keep moving. I'm just thankful in the office we didn't get that this year. So
we have not got that.
We gotta talk about that. Last year was brutality with the keep moving. You gotta go in twos, side by side, go in threes because it's freaking packed. Keep moving. It was just a normal thing. It was a normal thing last year. This year, opening weekend, I don't think it happened once to me.
No, it didn't to me either.
Dude,
I haven't heard it.
I want you guys to talk about that. Andre, you go first. Andre.
Going through all the haunted houses this year, I mean, thankfully the team members, I think what they learned from last year's mistakes was that, because they probably heard that all the guests were complaining about the team members yelling, keep moving. And I think they were like, okay, you know what, this year we're going to ease off of that. We're not going to, we want everyone to get through all these houses as much as possible. So, don't be shouting at them. Let the guests enjoy themselves for once. So I'm thankful that they did fix that from last year, because I know last year people were getting so annoyed. It was especially mainly in Texas Chainsaw Massacre where that was happening a lot. But throughout all the houses, I did not hear one team member yelling that. Everyone was just, going through smoothly, and we had no problems, no complaints. So, I mean, but this was the first weekend, so anything could change for weekend 2, which begins this week. So, but hopefully
I'm
that's
kind of scared of week 2, Andre. That all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, you got to tell people to start moving."
I know.
How do you feel about it, Junior? What are your thoughts on there was no keep moving.
Nah,
It was a
it feels a
different
lot better now,
experience.
smoother. I was getting annoyed. Like, keep moving. Like, oh my god. But no, I haven't heard anything at all. All the houses, nothing at all. I even stood still for like 30 seconds right in front of the employee. Never told me anything. To keep moving, nothing at all.
It had to
So
have
I'm
been
grateful
a
that.
yell or a talking point like behind the scenes, like, hey, let's not do the whole yelling in the maze. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
the way I look at it, these people wait 3 hours to go in there. I want to look at
Yeah,
stuff. I want to
yeah.
get the scare. I might not do this again ever. This is my one
yeah.
time. So I think to have the whole keep moving, it's brutal. It takes you out of the whole experience.
Yeah, and I think that's what ruined it last year for everyone. But I can understand from someone who's only going to Horror Nights for one night and they're not going to be able to go throughout the rest of the year. So I know that's where it kind of becomes like a hassle for them and it's a bit of a pain. So, but if you have the frequent fear pass like us, it's like you don't have to worry about it too much because it's like you can just go, stay for a few hours, do some houses, and then chill in the scare zones and then just, book it.
Yeah. What about you, Hector? How do you feel about the no keep
No,
moving?
I agree. It's like you just said. Like there's people that wait in the general admission for Jason 3 hours, and then they go in, and the last thing they want to hear is keep moving in the middle of like a cool scare or a cool scene and stuff like that. That's the last thing you want to hear. And they were yelling it. It was not like they were just being like calm about it. They were yelling like, keep moving inside the maze, or inside the house. But I really like it. It just gives everybody that opportunity to get a good experience in any house, and I hope it stays that way. Like Andre said, like this is just really the beginning. So I hope it doesn't go to that. But everything's been, as far as like in the houses, the experience has been nice. I have not had an issue at any house.
All right, all right. What are your biggest pros of this year? So we're going to talk pros and cons. What are the biggest pros that really stand out for you this year? I'll let Andre go first.
The pros for me this year was a better experience, a better, smoother experience compared to last year. Just being able to go, because I've been attending this event since 2010. So every year I look forward to Halloween Horror Nights. It's like my little getaway from like, just everyday life, and I enjoy this event. I always appreciate the scare actors and the performers. If we have any scare actors or performers that are in the chat right now, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to you guys for working your butts off. I know that this is not an easy job for you to do because you guys are on your feet for so many hours, or if you're on stilts, you're on your stilts for so many hours. I look forward and I always appreciate your performances and what you guys do. And I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you guys.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. What about you? We'll go with Hector. What are your biggest pros from opening weekend or opening
All right,
week?
I'm gonna start with the vegetables. I'll give you biggest cons is me spending so much money on this good merch. I feel like nothing's gonna make it to the big sale. I literally dropped a lot of money. I'm like, this is not gonna make it. This is not gonna make it. Take my money.
Hey, I remember too being like, I'm only gonna buy one or two things, and
Exactly.
I'll wait for a lot of the merch to get to like 50% off. But I'm quickly realizing I don't think a lot of this stuff's gonna make it to 50%.
Yeah, no,
No,
the
it
stores
is.
they just been crowded,
Yeah,
especially at the
I,
end of the night when people are walking out. I walk through the store. I'm like, I can't even walk through this Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Like it's just packed. I remember me and Rick. We're looking everywhere for that little FNAF badge. It was sold out everywhere. The ID holders is just the merch is crazy. I say con in a good way, but yeah, it's just the merch thing is crazy. But other than that, I mean, one of the big pros is that we have a awesome lineup this year. They're all like hype mazes or hype houses. It's FNAF. Like I know everybody's in the same boat, or a lot of people are that never played FNAF or watched a movie, but I just got dragged in the hype, and I'm like, sheesh, like this is the hype right there. Fallout too. Like I've seen some of it. I played the games, but I've never been a big fan, but all of a sudden, like I love Fallout. Like Universal did a good job at hyping up all their houses, literally all their houses. Like I'm hyped for every single one, and every single one delivers in one way or another.
yeah.
Poltergeist. But overall, pros all around the board with Art the Clown, the houses, the merch. The merch was phenomenal this year. Last year was just like the merch here is just like
Like,
damn.
whatever.
We need more hoodies. We need more hoodies, though. We need
I
more
had to,
hoodies.
I just had to pick my battle. I'm like, do I want to get all the art merch or do I want to get all the FNAF? And I just went to the FNAF side, but all the art merch is cool. Even the Hollywood stuff is cool.
I know.
Like,
The Hollywood.
the Hollywood
We'll be
blood
buying
stuff.
everything when it goes on discount. All the Hollywood bloody
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm hoping the Hollywood stuff and the Blumhouse stuff for the Terror Time because Megan's like the front runner. I really want that merch, but I don't know if I could spend a lot more money because I'm already FNAF'd out and I spent a lot of money there.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that makes it to some kind of sell. But I still want a lot of stuff. I still want the Hollywood stuff. I want the Blumhouse stuff. I want the art stuff that I still haven't got, but I already gave him almost $1,000 of my money.
What about you, Junior? Biggest pros? What are your biggest pros of?
Man, the amazing lineup since 2016. Smoother, better experience. The fire towers is freaking awesome. Like, damn. Kudos to Universal team. Making it so much better. HHN. I love HHN, man, so much. My therapy. But shout out to all the scare actors as well. You guys did an amazing job. You guys are kicking ass this year, man. Like, awesome, awesome. That's my biggest pro right there.
Yeah, my biggest pros. I feel like there's like a buzz in the air from like a scare actor perspective. I just feel like they're always on top of their game everywhere. Scare zones, houses, even like the meet and greets that you could do, like the Megan or the Grabber, or even in the plaza, those two stilt walkers that are like Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah,
They're kind of popular. They got like a crowd always, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
like
that's a good
dancing, yeah.
addition.
Yeah, and I just feel like I think the right word is like when you go to Horror Nights, you really look for immersion. And every time I go into one of these houses, I'm just blown away at the level of immersion that you go into. Because when you're in Fallout, it don't feel nothing like Terrifier. When you go into Wyatt 6, it don't feel nothing like a Monstrous. Like everything is just, you have so many different avenues of like horror, and I think this year it's one of the most home run years I've ever experienced. I really feel this year is going to be one that we just remember for a long time. And like 10 years from now, we're like, do you remember that 2025 when they did this and that and whatever? I feel like this year will be one that we like reference to a lot, like in the future. And I think the Art the Clown utilization, he's become like a god at Horror Nights.
Yeah.
I know that sounds weird to say, but he's an icon. Universal made him an icon, made him the face of Horror Nights. He's in the Scaramounie. He's roaming around. He has one of the biggest waits house-wise. The merch has been insane. He's in the Chainsaw Chase Out, in the closing. He's everywhere. The Scaramounie has a song dedicated to Art the Clown. Art the Clown everywhere. And they took a big-ass risk. Because Terrifier, at the end of the day, it's an indie film. It's this like weird thing that came to life out of nowhere that took everybody by surprise. And Universal took a chance on Damien Leone, and it's paying off tremendously. And I couldn't be happier, dude. One thing that I always I just want to say I appreciate is that Universal listens to the fans. They truly do. And John has referenced before. I gotta play the video. Hold on, real quick. I feel like it's a perfect time to play this video. Where is it? It's the behind the scenes thing I did.
And Art the Clown saved Halloween twice too.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Yeah, he did.
Gosh, where is this thing? It's right here. I gotta play this, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this because this is huge, dude. Right here. Hold on. Oh, right here.
Started curating the slate for 2025, which started in March of 2024. Really kind of where our heads were at were, okay, we know our fans have been asking us for years, why don't you do Five Nights at Freddy's? Along the same lines, we know, ever since Terrifier 1 came out, our fans have wanted Terrifier. So a lot of this is, simply fan wish fulfillment. It's like, okay, let's go for it. Let's give them the houses they've been dying to get.
And that's what this year is, dude. We're going to give the fans what they've been dying to get. And they did it. And it's a home run, dude. It's a home run. I want to ask your guys' opinion on John doing this. What do you think, Andre? Because this is crazy, dude.
Yeah, John kept his promises, and so did Universal, and they really delivered to the fans this year of all these franchises, whether it's FNAF, Terrifier, Jason Universe. This was literally like a dream come true for everyone who's been requesting specifically these two IPs for so long. And like he mentioned, fans have been wanting this for so long. And then when the first Terrifier movie came out, everybody wanted Terrifier at Horror Nights. And now after so many years, and Terrifier has already grown to 3 movies, and now with the 4th movie in the works, it's already gained such a huge fan base already. It's gained such a huge following. And Damien Leone, the director and the creator of the franchise, he's definitely going to make a lot of money after this year's event is over. So Universal's a huge. They're paying him some huge paper for this.
What do you think, Junior, about John Murdy doing this, dude?
Hey, man, he's the godfather of HHN, man. Without him, there would be no HHN right now. But, I'm glad that he listens to the fans, what we want to see. I'm glad that he listens to us all the time, especially that, hey, we want Terrifier. Look, he brought Terrifier. We want Freddy Krueger, bring it back. Hopefully he comes back.
I'm hoping he comes back, too.
Yeah, hopefully he comes back. But, it's a big deal. It's a big deal that he listens to us fans. Because we want to see him when it comes to Halloween. Conjuring, Pennywise. We want to see him too. So I'm happy for John that he listens to the fans. I am.
What do you think, Hector, about like John listening to the fans and making it happen?
This is the definition of trying to keep everybody happy. We have such a diverse lineup where he's trying to. He literally has something for everything. He has the gaming fans. Even the anime fans, little love, but I'm sure it's gonna go a long way in the future. Like you said, I think someone SoCal Guy asked him about anime, and he says they have an eye on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just trying to keep everybody happy, and he's doing a good job. There's literally a house for everybody in this year's event.
Yeah, for me, John, like even taking the time to listen to the fans, that's humongous, dude. Because like the way I look at it, there's a lot of companies, and not just theme parks, but just companies. They don't give a shit about the fans. They're like, we're gonna do what we want to do, and you're gonna buy it because you're our fans. And Universal doesn't take that approach. Like, what are they? We're doing surveys. We're asking in person. We're listening to the social media buzz. We're seeing what you guys are talking about or asking or requesting. Like, I'll give you a prime example. Recently, there's a lot of hate going on the stairway music.
Yes. Oh my god.
Is the hate like valid for the stairway music?
I just think the music they're using in the stairway does not belong in Horror Nights. Don't get me wrong. That music is it doesn't belong in Horror Nights.
How the hell did
it listen to Doja Cat? Like, who else listens to Doja Cat during Horror Nights? Like, seriously?
Hey, is Doja Cat Horror Nights or what?
I feel like I would have been happy if they just used the ceremony music in the stairs.
Yeah.
What was a good year where there was good music? So, like, if you told John, like, John, can you just go back to this year's music? Like, what's a good year?
They have the Chucky bar. Just bring back Chucky roasting everybody again in the stairs. That's it.
Yeah.
They have the Chucky. They have the Chucky bar and entrance, put Chucky back in the stairs roasting everybody.
Well, I do miss heavy metal, Pantera, Metallica.
Or
I miss those
yeah, or
too.
in the past, John Murdy actually used to do the voiceover for the Starway, and he would talk like in a very scary voice. But it was like a safety thing where he would make fun of the people, but he was also like telling people to like how to properly go down the Starway, like don't run, don't do this. But I would rather have them bring that back, to be honest, because I felt like that was like the highlight of just hearing his voice over the Starway. But I do agree, like we need some heavy metal music, that just gets you like more in the mood for the event. This pop music that they keep playing, it's like, come on, man, this is Horror Nights.
Yeah, that was terrible, man. I felt like I wanted to sleep, man, with the music.
It wouldn't be so bad if like we only did one escalator, but it's like 4 or 5 escalators, and it's like a 10-minute journey up or down.
You spend 10 minutes there.
It just takes you out of it, right?
It's like, come on, man. It's like I don't want. I'm at Horror Nights. I'm not at a concert. Like if I want to hear some if I'm gonna hear music, it needs to be some heavy metal music. Put some Black Sabbath, put some Alice Cooper, put some Iron Maiden, man. I would be happy with that, man. And I still want that maze for Horror Nights, man.
Iron Maiden. That's been one that's been asked for many years. We got Mike Sykes.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Mike Sykes. Hit the butt. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, 50 freaking months. Much love to Mondo and the gang. Your HHN streams mean so much. Thank you for sharing the scares, the laughs, and memories with us. Hey, thank you, man. I hope to be live again at some point this week. I don't know what day, but I want to be live again at Horror Nights. It won't be as cool as the other live stream because we don't have front of the line, but I'll see if I could get early entry or something. But thank you, Mike. We also got another member chat from Gomes. 23 months. Art the Clown roaming around has set a new bar at HHN. Universal has to figure out a way to continue that trend with other characters from now on. I agree. Like, I feel like if they don't do it next year, it's like a disappointment. Like, I want more roaming around whatever IP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree, dude. I'm sure they know the success that it's working on. All right, let's talk about the cons. If there's any cons, you could say there's none if that's okay.
Before you move on, something I do want to say about like Universal and John Murdy is I want to give props to John Murdy because his presence is known and he replies to the fans. Like there's no other company where you see like a head honcho replying to just regular people on X, like answering concerns like that. That's like really cool of him, and it's just stuff that, oh wow, he's hearing us, and you could tell he's serious because it's him replying. And when you see him in person, because I've had the chance to talk to him, like he remembers who you are. Like he remembers the question. He'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this question. It's just one of those things where you're like, you're speaking to him or he's reading your stuff. So that's props to that of having John Murdy out there.
Hell yeah.
On replying.
Cons. Any cons? Anything that stands out to you guys? I'll let Junior go first.
What Hector said earlier, the Universal taking all my money on buying the merch. I bought FNAF jacket, stained glass shirt, Terrifier. I bought FNAF shirt. I bought freaking Jason, the white 6 long sleeve, man. The freaking FNAF headband, FNAF hat. What more do I want? That's like $280 right there. Or
that's like 500, Junior.
I feel like it's less. I don't know, man.
Oh man. Any cons that stand out to you?
Me or Andre?
No, just like a negative thing, or just something that needs to be worked on, or just whatever con you have, if you have any.
No, I have no cons. Nothing at all.
All right. Damn.
No cons.
I could go on a huge rant about the cons, but I don't know. So.
What about you, Andre? Any cons? Any cons?
We are limited on space. I will say
bring it up. Hey, because that's where I was gonna go. The Metro set. Bring them back. Bring the Metro sets. Bring it up, Andre. God dang it. Metro. Okay. I know it's probably impossible, but damn, man, it's missed. It's heavily missed.
Yes, the Metro sets were they were like the golden years of Horror Nights. If you did go in the earlier years of the event, man, I remember it was back in 2013. That's when they first when we had Walking Dead the second time, and John had announced that they were no the park. Oh yeah, he did announce it too. But they announced it that we were going to be going on the back lot, not the Terror Tram, but the actual back lot where Back to the Future was filmed and a lot of other iconic movies were made back there, and you could actually walk the sets and chill back there. Like that's why I keep saying it. I know I'm going to keep bringing it up until our prayers get answered and we get it. The Metro sets have to come back. I don't care what it takes. If they can put 4 more houses back there, more scare zones, heck, even some themed food booths like our sister park in Florida, that would be like my ultimate dream come true right there, man. Because like Horror Nights has outgrown the park. It really has. It continues to grow bigger every single year. But the
I
problem
think
is, it's just
I think we
the
could all
space.
agree that Horror Nights has outgrown 8 mazes, right?
Yes,
We
I,
could
I
all
agree.
agree.
Yes,
It's like a turtle in a fish tank. They outgrow it real quick.
But keep going, Andre. Keep going, Andre.
no, but on a serious note, it's like look, I understand after COVID, when the event came back, we were kind of bummed that we didn't get the Metro sets. So I get that. But this event is growing bigger. I mean, even before the pandemic, Horror Nights was growing bigger. So it's like, when is it that we're going to get our Metro sets back? Because I really miss being back there. It was such a chill vibe. Everyone was just chilling and relaxing. You were playing games, you were waiting for your friends to go through all the mazes back then. Of course, that's what they were called, but you know, and it was just a vibe. Like you just had so much fun back there. Like
Dude,
that's what I
Metro
want back.
sets in
I want the Metro sets
2019,
back, and I'll
in
say it.
2019, they
I
felt
want
like a
12.
different
I
world.
seriously want 12 haunted houses for HHN.
Dang, Andre doesn't want 10, he wants
Exactly.
12.
No,
12.
no, yeah. I agree with Andre. I'm tired of tents. I want sound stages houses.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
and it's fully possible, even if we don't use the whole metro sets. But
Yes.
we had like we were available to go down there for FanFest, like so that area is fully possible to use, and even just the FanFest area, it's a ton of space right there.
Yeah, I think
See, Hector, that's what I was telling Mondo. It's like,
no, you go, Andre, you go, Andre.
oh,
Freezing.
no. I no, I
No.
thought FanFest got the okay to use the Metro sets, but Horror Nights didn't.
I'll never understand that, dude.
Oops,
FanFest got
hold on.
Horror
Freeze.
Night. And they got FanFest got the sets for like the April, right? April, May-ish kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
want the
yeah.
Metro
Yeah.
set, dude.
Like that's what I'm saying. Why did the FanFest get the Metro sets, but Horror Nights didn't? And Horror Nights has been running longer than FanFest.
Hey, I'll be the first to tell you, Horror Nights makes a shit ton more money than whatever FanFest made. And I'm not hating on
Oh,
Fan.
hell yeah.
Look
Take
at
his
Express.
No, and they're gonna make
Express is
bank
gone.
this year.
Express
hey, look at the
is
pizza
gone.
flying off the shelves.
Yeah, the pizza is making $1 million.
The pizza price gonna go to $1 more, $14.99.
And
Hey,
and the Metro sets were gonna come back in 2020, and we know that.
yes, they were.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why can't we go back there again? Why? Do you think do you think Horror Nights is afraid to move the event to such a bigger level again?
I don't think that it's
They
necessarily
shouldn't,
Horror
you know.
Nights. I believe it's
They
it's
shouldn't.
probably the studio that's giving them a hard time, the theme park wise, because
They
it's like,
shouldn't.
come on.
This tour night, this is the biggest event ever for Universal.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got a lot of people in the comments asking what the Metro sets stand for. Metro sets is short for the Metropolitan sets. It's where they film a lot of the TV commercials, a lot of films. They're constantly getting filmed back there a lot. So it's kind of just like, like little cities that they built. So that's what it is. But back in the day, they were referred to as the backlot. And it still is referred to that to this day. But in my defense, it's like, Horror Nights deserves it. They deserve it for everything that this event has gone through over the years. Like, it needs more love than what it gets. And with the space that we're currently given with right now at the park, it's just not enough. the lower lot is so congested you can't even walk down there anymore. It's like you're so squished, and they have to squeeze some of these houses in really tight areas, which I know kind of hurts the event a lot. But I'm not going to lose out hope just yet. I really want this event to grow. I want it to expand more, and because look at that, that's not how we should be running this event. It needs to do better than this.
Yeah, the Metro sets is literally it just solves all the problems of Horror Nights because it's like getting the golf course, you know what I mean? That's what the Metro sets are. Bam, expansion, more mazes, more scare zone, more food, and just the crowds being spread so much more. It really is.
Yes,
The Metro
that's what I want. The day they announced that, somebody better play the Hallelujah song.
We got a super chat from Jess. Jess, let's go. Thank you, as everybody smash the like button. Thank you for joining this evening. Thank you to all the mods. We've been live for 2 hours. Oh my gosh! But smash the like button, everybody. We're at 200. Can we get to 5? Can we get a 500 likes? But thank you, Jess. Yes, Andre, I so agree. I started going in 2022, and I'm sad I never got to experience it. And the Metro sets look so cool. I wish they would bring it back.
Yeah, definitely, you guys. Look up the YouTube walkthrough POVs of like the earlier years before COVID, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Why it was so fun to go back there.
Yeah, Metro sets. Okay, let me throw this out there. I saw somebody in the chat mention it earlier that technically next year is John Murdy's 20th, right? Is that right or is that wrong?
Yeah.
06.
That's correct.
Yep, 20 years.
He has to bring the Metro sets back, right? Be like, hey, this is my 20th year. This is my 20th year.
They have to let him do what he wants. They have to let him do what he wants, man. It's 20 years.
Do you think they
need
finally
to, man?
give it to
come
him?
on.
If there was ever a year to give him back the Metro
I hope
sets,
they do, because
right?
And at least let John what he wants to
I hope the
bring for
Universal
us
gears will be okay.
Yeah, at least let John bring the houses for us. Like Freddy, or Cheapest Creepers, or whatever. Let him bring what he wants for us fans.
Yeah.
Conjuring too, anyway.
Iron Maiden. I'm still hoping out for that Iron Maiden house.
Yeah, Iron Maiden too.
I want to mention this. I really haven't had a chance to talk to you guys about this. And shout out to Albert for posting this. We got a John Murdy tweet. When you get to this age, you know the end of your run isn't that far away. So you appreciate the journey even more. Thanks to everyone who helped to bring this year to life, and thanks to all the fans for supporting our event. It's always been for you. Now it's showtime. Where does your mind go? I'll let Junior go first.
It sounds like he's gonna retire soon. Maybe maybe next year could be his final year, But like I said, let John Murray do what he wants to bring. Let him do what he wants to do. Just go out with the bang for his final year.
What about you, Andre? What do you think about this, man?
It did kind of shock me a little bit because the way how he was wording it, it does sound like he is approaching, probably going to announce his retirement from the event, just the way how he worded everything. So, I have appreciated John Murdy over the years. I still recall that interview we did back in 2019 at Midsummer Scream with him. So, and that was probably one of the best moments of my life that I got to interview him and ask him all those questions. And but it does feel like he might be possibly hinting at his retirement. So I'm like, I am going to be sad to see John go because he's helped bring Universal in so much revenue with Horror Nights, because we never would have had Horror Nights here in the West Coast without him. Orlando would have been taking all the fans over there because they've been running it longer than us.
Yeah. Dude, I just want to play it for old time's sake. It's only 4 minutes. Let me play. This is Andre interview John Murdy, 2019.
congratulations on the Creep Show Maze announcement. Now, for our fans out there, we want to know what is a Creep Show and what can they expect from the Maze when they walk through it at this year's event?
Well, it's really combining two different things. It's first of all combining the movie that George Romero directed in 1982, and that movie, like a lot of horror movies from that era, has become a cult classic over time. So there was already a fan base for the movie, but then Greg Nicotero, our longtime friend who we worked with for many years in Walking Dead, he came last year to the event and told us that he was producing a brand new TV series on Shudder. So we got really excited about that. We've had a great experience working with Greg over the years doing all of those Walking Dead mazes. And we knew if Greg was involved, he was going to be designing some crazy stuff. And as we saw this, they started to share stuff with us. We were like, oh, this is great. Let's combine both the original film and the new series together. So we thought that would make the best possible movies.
And it sounds like it is going to be an amazing blast. Now, as you mentioned before, or as you announced earlier, that the Universal Monsters will also be making a comeback this year. And it will be featuring Frankenstein and the Wolfman. What can guests also expect from that one as well? Will it be like the Freddy versus Jason maze that you guys did in the past, or will it have a different outcome this year?
Yeah, I mean, it does have a bit of that in it. I mean, honestly, when we did Universal Monsters last year, I had no idea. I'm the biggest fan of those films you'd ever want to meet. I have, my house here in LA. I have a monster room that's just chock full of every, statue and toy from the 70s or 60s or whatever. But I didn't know if we could turn people on. I didn't know if we were going to be able to turn on a modern day horror audience to those characters that are, in some cases, from movies that are coming close to being 100 years old. It was a huge hit last year. It was, the surprise hit of the event. I always designed that maze with the idea that it was our Avengers movie, and that if we ever got a chance to do another one, I'd spin them off. And so this is the, hopefully the first. Hopefully, if that's successful, maybe there'll be more in the future. But the obvious place to go is where it already was in the brand, which was Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, and to pull ideas out of that movie, but of course give it our own spin as well. But from a maze aesthetic, yeah, it is kind of like Freddy versus Jason, because there's the two characters pitted against each other and you're in the middle.
Right. Now, will the maze also have two different alternate endings, just like Freddy versus Jason, or?
Not quite, although it does have a surprise ending, but I won't tell you until you see it.
Ooh, we will definitely be looking forward to that. Now, also, for the fans that go to the event each and every year, of course, I myself, I get the frequent Fear Pass almost. I go to the event every night, and I also wanted to ask this. Will there be a Horror Nights Maze Twitter password this year?
Yes, there will be. And it's good.
Hey, there's no Twitter password this year, dog. Now that
I know, dude. I miss those days.
Yeah, someone needs to tweet John Murdy about that. What's up with the Twitter password? Damn, I forgot all about that. Wow, that's crazy. But you know what's crazy about seeing this video of John Murdy interview with Andre? John Murdy is like a superstar, honestly, at Midsummer, that they got to put him the furthest room in the back corner, hidden in the back corner on the second floor. Like, he can't be just outside like that no more. There's no, like, a crowd would get crazy around him, dude, especially after like the announcement or whatever they do at Midsummer. But yeah, they like keep him hidden in the back now. It's crazy. Oh man, dude, I forgot about Twitter password. I haven't heard that in so long. We got Johnny Super Chat. Super Chat. Is there a way to check when TV shows and movies are scheduled for filming? Maybe they are scheduled during this time and need a film. No, that's honestly the reason why it's not happening, because there is movies or commercials or whatever they're using it for. Sometimes they use it for that stunt show or whatever, the competition, the ninja or something. I think at some point, though, they got to set aside like, hey, Horror Nights, it's outgrown what it is. And we want this to be bigger. And it's already a proven thing. 2019 was incredible year. And look at Florida. For as big as they go, they keep selling out, and the ticket sales are insane over there. So I think they should really consider metro sets, big time. I don't think I had a chance to ask Hector. How do you feel about like this possible retirement talk with John Murdy, Hector?
I mean, it's sad. I mean, he's done a great job. I think what he deserves is like it would be cool to see like a all star like have a year, his retirement year, to be like the best mazes that he's done since he started, like a greatest hits year. You know, that would be pretty cool to see. Just have his top houses that, in his opinion, were the best ones and that hit the hardest.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's sad to see him go. Man, it's gonna be uh, crazy. Hopefully, it's not within this year, next year, but the year he does do it is gonna be a lot of like people are gonna be stunned by that.
Yeah, a lot of
I'm
the
scared
fans who have been
to.
going for so many years that they get emotional too because it's like they look up to Murdy, and a lot of them are starting to get into that field of work that he's doing now. So he's become like a mentor to everyone, who wants to do this when they get older. So
Yeah. And one thing about John Murdy too, he's a huge inspiration on the scare actor side, on the team member side of building the mazes, the concepts, the outfits, the connections that John has created over 19 years or what, however long he's been, in this field. It's sad to see that go. It's gonna hurt. There's no other way to say it. It's gonna hurt.
And he's one of those leaders where you're like, he's a leader because, for example, we were in the Tram and he was right there. You know, like he's out there in the field, like making sure everything's like to his standard. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I
He's
saw
a
him out
godfather,
there
man.
on Sunday night, dude. Well, I think he was doing Terror Tram, and I was like, damn, he's
Yeah,
he's
he's a
making.
godfather, man. He's a godfather. Without him, none of this is possible. I mean, if he retires next year, I am gonna miss him so much, and let's hope that maybe Michael Aiello could take over Hollywood. Maybe. Who
Dude, I
knows?
don't know if that dude wants to leave Orlando, dog. They got it good out there.
yeah,
I don't know. I want Michael Aiello to take over.
Hey, I want those Orlando budgets to come this way. That's what I want.
oh dude, I would love that.
uh, all right. Before we go to closing thoughts, what needs to come next year? What needs to finally make its way to Horror Nights? Andre, you go first.
Well, we had a pretty big year for horror in terms of like films and TV shows. So I would definitely love to see The Conjuring come for next year. We know that the new movie just
Ooh.
came out this year. We need Pennywise for sure. I know we have Art the Clown, but Pennywise needs to come to the event really bad because there's a new TV series on HBO Max called It: Welcome to Derry, which is a prequel to the first two films. So those are like the big heavy hitters that I can definitely see them bringing next year if they can secure the rights. We already know that possibly FNAF is going to come back because it's secretly probably locked in already for next year. So,
Yeah.
but more than likely, Conjuring and Pennywise, they need to come for sure. And Iron Maiden, I keep saying it, Iron Maiden's got to come too.
What about you, Hector?
I'm just gonna keep it budget friendly. They just need to bring back freaking the Death Eaters to Harry Potter. It's just sad, like not having that there.
yeah,
Like they need to have more consistency there. And Simpsons Land having a whole lot of nothing. Like the Death Eaters are highly missed. You know, and it was a good thing for like people that like Harry Potter. The second time around when they came back, even little kids were having fun with the Death Eaters. Like it was just a cool experience overall. That's the only thing that I would ask for as far as like consistency going. But yeah, I think that's just a miss.
What about you, Junior? What needs to come back or come to Horror Nights finally?
Warner Brothers, New Line Cinema. If you're listening, watching, right here, baby, right here,
yeah, Freddy
right
Krueger.
here. This needs to come back. This needs to
Yeah.
come back.
Hey,
Freddy.
people are gonna go freaking nuts if Freddy gets announced.
Freddy.
Sheesh.
Next year
Nah,
it'll be
like
Battle of the Freddys.
I want Freddy, but I want the Lost Boys to come too. I think that would
yeah,
be a
Lost
good
Boys would be
story.
badass. I would love to see Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna go with the current one because I just loved the movie a lot. I really vibed with the movie. Sinners. I think Sinners. It's something new, something different. and it has music. So there's just a lot of cool stuff and aspects that could come to life from Sinners. I would love
Yeah.
Sinners to come to Horror Nights Hollywood. I know in Orlando they did something similar to Sinners. What was it called again? Do you guys remember that, Maze? Uh,
Uh, Darkest
Uh,
Deal, I think. Yeah, Darkest
Darkest
Deal was what
Deal.
it's called.
Yeah, yeah, and it was kind of like Sinners, but I want Sinners, the IP Sinners, to come here. I think it'd be cool to have the devil dude that does the singing. He would be a cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
He would be a cool roaming around character, just like singing outside the stores, like "Let me in." You know what I mean?
you know, I do have a feeling though. I have a feeling like next year. I feel like Terrifier is locked in for part 4 next year.
Yeah.
Dude, all of the, even Jason could come because there's
Yeah,
the show's
not
coming.
only that though.
I'm,
Not
t-
only
I'm
that
telling
though.
you, if next year they just did a part 2 of every house, I'd be cool with it.
I would be fine with that too.
I do also though too. Maybe next year we'll get Santa Art the Clown next year coming
Yes.
to our
And 3 animatronics in FNAF.
yeah 3. Make it up
Uh,
for us.
Closing thoughts, Andre. Let's close it down, man.
Okay, so I really want to say that this year is probably the strongest year for the event in all the years that I've been attending. The lineup is incredible. It's drawing fans from everywhere, from video games to TV shows, to wrestling fans. It's just growing. And I really do want to give a huge applaud and appreciation to every scare actor that's been working this year. I know that, and you know what? I noticed that there are a lot more scare actors in all the houses this year, because
Yeah.
this is like the year to come and work the event. There was not a point where there was an actor missing. Like, I can tell, like, there was definitely more actors working this year.
And
I
felt
feel like
that
someone
definitely about
mentioned that.
Terror Tram, the most staffed Terror Tram I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like someone mentioned that there was like a lot more scare actors, or returning scare actors this year than any other year.
No, that's what I said. John said, like, usually we get like, I don't know, 200 to 300 that just they come in, year out. This year it was like double, triple, like returning actors. Like everybody wanted to come work like this year. They were excited. Closing thoughts, Hector.
Honestly, phenomenal year. I'm excited. This is the time to get Fast Pass if you can, because I think it's only gonna get crazier. You saw all the Express sold out for the month. Like, so if you're coming to the event, if you don't have Fast Pass or early entry, expect to wait. But it's well worth it. I mean, all the houses are phenomenal this year. It's a crazy lineup. I've been having tons of fun with or without Express. It's good. It's a good vibe everywhere around the whole theme park. But I love it, and I'm glad we're here, and I'm glad Horror Nights is here, and it's gonna be awesome.
Closing thoughts, Junior.
My closing thoughts, I'm having HHN withdrawals. I missed it already. I want to go back. I wish it was
Hey, we're like
Thursday.
2 days away, dog. Calm down.
Yeah. I want to
Hey,
go back.
hey,
That's
hey.
my therapy. I need my therapy. I need to go over there. Nah, but it's one of the best years of 2016. It's a beautiful event. Everything's perfect. But that's how good this year is. The tickets selling out fast. The merch is selling out like crazy. So everything's gone. I'm still trying to find the red cups. I can't find it. But it's a phenomenal year.
Yeah,
It's
hey,
awesome.
pick up extra shifts at work because I want to buy some more stuff.
My closing thoughts. I couldn't be happier to be alive right now. This is something I've looked forward to, and we're here. This is Halloween Horror Nights. The season has started, and I'm just thankful for all the hard work from all the scare actors that put in the time and effort to create these scares and create all these scenes, and all the people that built everything. Thank you to everybody, man, because Horror Nights, everything you're seeing, people created these things. So thank you. Thank you to all the people that made this happen. This year's epic, and all the actors that are bringing these things to life. Thank you to them too. It's just like, all I keep thinking, when I was like at the Fire Towers, one of the days I was at Horror Nights, I was like, I can't believe this is our timeline right now. This event, this stacked, and it's all amazing. I don't need, like, I would go more into weirder words and whatever, but just to keep it simple, this is amazing. And I'm just, like I said, I'm glad to be alive right now, man. 2025 is going to be a year that we look back to and be like, that was a fucking banger. That was a banger. You missed out. You didn't go in 2025. You
Yeah.
missed out. You know, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be definitely one of those. I'm so thankful that Universal sells a frequent fear.
Yeah.
Like, we could keep going
Yes.
back to this
Oh
incredible
my
thing.
gosh.
How freaking cool is that, man? We could
I
keep
got
going
hooked
back.
on that path. I get hooked on it so easily because it's like, you know what? It's like the best option you can get if you're a local to, to Universal. It's like, you know what? Take advantage of it, because what I love about this pass still, it's like, hey, even if you only do like 4 mazes in one night, you can come back another day and just pick
Hey,
up any
Maze.
That's why I love this pass.
Yeah, for me, I could just be at the fire towers with the coffee, and I'm good.
Yeah, you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
even need
Me
to.
too.
You can just hang around
For
the scare
3 hours
zones and you can
straight,
still
standing
get good
3 hours.
interactions.
I could
Yeah.
just be there, yeah.
Yeah, I love just doing nothing at Horror Nights. It's good. I love it. But big thank you to Andre, Hector, Junior. Before we get out of here, where can they follow you, Junior? Where can people follow you, dog?
You guys can follow me on Instagram, Universal Disney Fan. You guys can follow me on TikTok, RPenaJR89. And you guys can follow me on X, RPenaJR89.
And where can they follow you, Hector?
Villain_online across all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And on X is the Villain on.
All right. And Andre, where can people follow you, dog?
Yeah, you can follow me on X at Mr. Scary Dre. Instagram is at ajacob410, and then my YouTube channel is Haunters Unite.
Hell yeah. So please follow all these people that we have on here, man. We're in for a big year. We're in week 2. We're a couple days away from Thursday, and we're back at it again. I can't wait to be in the fog, in the scares. It's going to be incredible. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, smash the like button, but we are firing it down. The Catley Bay, Junior, Hector, Andre are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.